Today, we just got back from playing 15 of the most anticipated games for the Nintendo Switch 2. And we're going to tell you what we thought of all of them. We got the hot hands-on.
That's right. This is the big hands-on impressions episode.
My hands were on it.
These games that we talk about for so long, they're ethereal. Are they real? We just see a trailer. Mm-hmm. We got our hands on so many of these games. We were just at Gamescom last week, which is the biggest game show in Europe. Maybe
in the world?
Maybe in the world, based on our experience and what we saw. So we want to talk all about these games. We played basically every game coming to Switch 2 for the rest of the year, or so they say.
Yes, who knows what they're going to announce.
And a bunch of other big games like Resident Evil Requiem. You played that, and I saw the tears in your eyes as you
I was scared.
Very frightenedly played through that.
It was
so we're going to talk about all that today.
Yes, we got a lot. And it is fun because, you can only glean so much from looking at a trailer. And, we haven't had the opportunity to play a lot of these pre-release Switch 2 games since we didn't go to any of those April events. And, so it was our first time getting hands-on of a ton of stuff. And it's been really great to, finally touch the controller, play these games, and, actually form some real opinions.
Touch the software, they say?
You got to touch it to believe it.
Touch it. Touching is good. They still believe that.
Touching is good, yes.
So, like we said, we were back from Germany. Any final, with a few days distance, reflections, thoughts?
Yeah.
And then I want to hear your highlight and low light, because I always like to hear about those.
True.
Even though I was there.
Even though you lived through the highs and the lows.
I don't actually know what your highlight and low light would be.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome. And I think you're right. And, we've been to pretty much all the gaming shows. We haven't been to the one in Brazil that I really want to go to at some point. But we recently just attended TGS last year. And so comparing and contrasting, the biggest gaming show, Gamescom is probably the biggest gaming show. It's bigger than TGS, I would say. And just a very, incredible experience to finally see it. We were saying, gosh, it's so interesting that when we were at Nintendo, we would never have been given the opportunity to go to Gamescom since the European team handles all that.
That's right.
And it's been so wonderful that now that we're doing our own thing, we now have the opportunity to do things like this that we've never would have before. And it was amazing. We saw so many games. We literally got lost in that crazy, huge convention center. And Cologne was a lot of fun, too. We had a great time just going around the city, eating and hanging out. And it was great. I loved it.
You didn't give me your highlight and low light.
Oh, my highlight.
Yeah, you just gave me a bunch of platitudes about
my highlight,
bringing the world together through games.
Oh, that's nice.
What do you have? What do you
have
here?
Hands and have a big bowl of strawberry ice cream.
That's not what you're about. What do you have here?
My highlight is definitely the Kirby Direct.
Oh, the surprise Kirby Direct.
And then immediately getting to play that game.
Yeah, that happened within 24 hours.
It was a surprise to us. A fantastically wonderful surprise.
No, we didn't know.
And that was such a cool thing. We literally were in Germany doing a reaction to the Direct. And then the very next day they were like, oh, and by the way, it's playable in the booth and anyone can go and try it. Which was so cool. So that's definitely my highlight. My low light is the many hours of not eating. We had some pretty rough, in terms of scheduling.
We're busy.
Packed couple and I wouldn't have had it any other way, honestly, because it just gave us a chance to see everything, which is how we can do this podcast for you today. But that meant we basically would get to the show early in the morning, and our first meal, real meal, would be 7 o'clock that night.
Forgoing our needs as living human beings.
Don't go to the bathroom.
You need to go to the bathroom?
Eat.
No, don't even suggest
Don't drink anything.
No.
You just become a robot, and you get through. You do it. You play.
We had a tough stretch. So Tuesday night was the Jeff Keighley event opening night. It was kind of late.
Very late. It ended at 10, and there was another event after that.
And then we started. We needed to leave our hotel at 7:30 in the morning the following morning
to get to the
and then we had a full day of things. So it was we're probably not going to eat for 24 hours here, and we kind of didn't. There were a few little snacky things that we had, but
we were prepared because we kind of saw it coming.
Yes.
We're looking at the schedule and looking at the times, and we were like, oh yeah, there's no time to stop for
Jeff Keighley doesn't eat. I think that's the other takeaway.
He's a robot too.
No, he doesn't.
He's getting an IV drip.
Yeah.
In the back of the suit or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. We did it. It was a little painful. I will say the Capcom booth saved my life on that second day because they did have coffee, water,
they had delicious
and
food.
delicious
yes.
food, and as well as wonderful company. So I was like eating this like chicken bowl, and I was like, I think I might cry.
No, that was still the Resident Evil.
I was still coming down from the Resident Evil.
That was the residuals of the Resident Evil.
I know, right? But I was like, thank God I was in a place where I could like sit down for a minute and have something like just have some real food. I've been eating like power bars for 2 days straight. But yes, we made it. It was so great. We definitely ate well when we did eat. But that was definitely a little rough.
Yeah, I think Gamescom is about, at least twice as big as what old E3 was, and probably at least twice as big as what TGS is now. And it's just amazing to see how much stuff there is. And again, I still don't understand now how Japan has a huge show, Europe has a huge show. The U.S. has nothing. Yeah. So, we have shows like PAX, but I don't compare those.
Yeah, those are more like fan-driven
Like, there's a lot of, industry business that happens at Gamescom in addition to people seeing games. Like,
and there's actually real reveals and news that come out.
And this was something that, the ESA tried to figure out for a number of years before the pandemic, before they just gave up, and before everybody pulled the plug. But it's like, it's not like it's this impossible thing.
Right.
All these places have it figured out.
Someone pick up the torch or do something.
What a fail by the ESA. Who's going to pick up the torch now, though?
I know. It's so embarrassing, honestly. We were talking about the ESA, and it's like, yeah, that really was like the opposite effect of what you wanted that organization to help you do as an industry. So, yeah, shame on them for really dropping the ball there.
Because you can't say, like, oh, well, people don't want to pay for these huge booths. It's like, no, these booths in Europe were crazy, like, over the top.
More so than E3, I would say.
We saw it last year at Tokyo Game Show, over the top.
Oh, my gosh. Tokyo Game Show is even more
So don't tell me that. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
They're just making stuff up because for me, like, when we were working at Nintendo and dealing with the ESA a whole bunch, like, it never seemed like they were quite plugged into...
They lost the plot near the last couple of years.
The current way that people engage with these kinds of events, engage with game news, like, they totally lost the plot. And they were just, like, these old people that were, like, completely out of touch. Like, still reading the Wall Street Journal in print or something. Just, like, very out of touch. So... that's kind of how I think, that's kind of the reason why I think it failed when it did. But yeah, too bad, because the U.S. is the one region that really has nothing now. And but we're so glad that, Gamescom and TGS still exists and it seems to be going really well. Because I'd like to continue to attend those. Those are fun.
I share the same low light as you. I think another highlight of mine was, remember near the end, we made it into this other hall that we had not been in before that was like
oh my gosh,
the global hall, because we had a meeting with somebody in the Brazil games booth, and we looked around and it's like, wait, all the booths here are kind
like
of
country themed,
representing the games industry from each country. So we did our meeting and he was like, oh, well, it's great that you guys did your meeting here, because it was like near the end of the day. He's like, oh, it's basically happy hour in this hall. And for the next hour, all of the booths are going to be, they'll have like local food, local drinks. So she's like, so here you go, have a caipirinha.
It was the drink of their nation.
Brazilian drink. I was like, well, this is amazing.
It was a really good caipirinha too. Yes. It was like freshly, someone was like making it from scratch.
And then after that, I was like, well, we got to take a lap and check this out. And did we ever?
Let me tell you, France, baby.
We made some friends. We found out.
Their island.
No, listen, we found out about this incredible place that I did not know existed.
I was amazed.
In the France booth, they had a little corner for this thing. It was Reunion Island.
Reunion Island, yes.
And I was talking like, what is Reunion Island? I just figured it's like some little thing, in the Mediterranean or whatever. They're like, oh, well, we're actually, a French territory off of Madagascar.
And we looked at the map.
I literally pulled up my phone. I was like, what?
But it's there.
I had no clue this existed. They had some amazing games there. There was like a little like mail carrier guy who looked like Mario.
Yes.
That game looked awesome.
We're gonna put the trailers here in this part.
Shout out to Reunion Island.
Reunion Island making some beautiful games, and also your liquor.
Wow.
Wonderful.
This was what Krysta really cared about. Wow. Yes.
This was great. We learned so much about like the world of games.
We did.
It was truly like the UN of games.
So if any of that sounded interesting, we have a big vlog. Our big vlog is out now.
Yes.
hopefully you check it out. We have a lot more than just the games. We have kind of the local scene in Cologne.
We climbed to the top of the cathedral.
You're in terrible shape. That was another takeaway for me.
Is that low light for you?
You barely made it,
was really
to the top of that cathedral.
I couldn't believe how good you did. It was like amazing.
No problem.
You just like scurried up those.
One single spiral staircase
I was really
up
dizzy.
and down. So you had to share the traffic up and down with all these people.
You're like basically turning in circles, tight circles for like a
corkscrew.
Long... And how many stories did we say that we climbed? Like 36 or something?
I mean, I think it's the tallest double-spired cathedral in the world.
Well, anyway.
So that's what you need to know.
Beautiful up there at the top. Treacherous getting up there. Almost fainted. Yes. But it was beautiful.
So PAX is this week. We're not going to PAX.
No.
We did this. We heard from some poor souls who were like, I gotta go to Seattle, like straight from here.
No, they were doing the double whammy. The Gamescom Seattle.
That's what I just said.
Someone was like, you could not pay me $1 million to do that.
Yeah, I think that was me.
You could not pay me $1 million to do that. That is ridiculous. No. Your body.
That is sacrificing your body.
Your body is gone.
For a video game.
Forget your body.
I don't endorse
Your body is not your own.
You're not going to make it.
Your body is gone.
Yeah.
It's not ready.
Wow. So no, we're not going to PAX. We'll keep an eye on what's happening there. We're also not going to Tokyo Game Show. This is our big kind of international excursion for the year.
I know.
So we're gonna be holding down the fort here.
We are.
I
did see the invite to the 8-4 after party, and I was like, oh. Should I go?
That's a bummer.
I almost RSVP'd yes, just out of in spirit.
Beam
I
us
will
in.
be there.
Yeah.
Beam us in.
Beam us in. Wow. Well, let's not wait. Let's get into everything that we played at Gamescom. So many. I'm looking at this list. I'm like, wait,
it's a huge
we
list.
seriously played all these games, but
this is what happens when you don't eat and don't go to the bathroom for like 10 hours.
I mean, we weren't there for like every single day of the show.
We left
like halfway into it.
Yeah.
So.
And some of these, we stood in line, waited to play these games.
Yes.
It wasn't like all of them were like some VIP experience.
No. Yeah, we're gonna start with the Nintendo stuff, and for that we were just standing in a line, getting some snide looks from some of the staff as they walked by. There was a couple snide looks.
There were any snide looks.
Uh-oh.
Trouble has arrived. Trouble is here.
Let's start with Kirby Air Riders, which you said was this big surprise. Again, when we were going there, we had no clue that would be there.
I know.
And then bam, direct, bam, playable. I do feel a little bad for the Kirby game that's actually coming out this week.
Which one is that again? No, just kidding. Starcross World?
The one that we did a whole episode on like 2 weeks ago?
That no, I'm still playing it. I'm so excited about it.
Right.
Now I'm like in a Kirby state of mind.
It's
I need Kirby in my life.
It's great. I think this is the next thing that we're going to be playing, but it does feel like that got a little bit overshadowed by the hype for this.
I mean, this game's not out yet, so it's okay. I think it's going to be all right for poor old Kirby here.
All right, Kirby's going to make
There's room in our hearts for multiple kinds of Kirbys.
What is your history with Kirby Air Ride before we get into Air Riders?
I love this game. I played this game on my GameCube. It was a great, fun multiplayer game, for me. But I haven't played it in a long time. We played it together for a gameplay video. You hadn't really played this game before?
Well, I own it, and you don't. So,
I don't own it,
so that's an interesting thing to say.
But you hadn't really played a lot of it.
I didn't get it. I got it maybe like 10 years ago, so I didn't get it in the moment. I'd say I like it, but I didn't love Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube because it just felt like there's some ideas here, but I don't feel like they've completely built everything out or maximized it into everything it could be. That is my impression of Air Riders, though, for the Switch 2, is like they have taken this to the level that I wish they did.
Yeah, it wasn't possible back then.
They had all sorts of limitations. They had reasons they could only do 4 players for multiplayer. So it really feels like instead of let's rethink what Kirby Air Ride was. It's like, no, let's take that idea and let's just expand it, grow it out, build it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of really good, core ideas in Kirby Air Ride. And really the breakout mode of Kirby Air Ride is City Trial.
Yes.
And, for people unfamiliar with Kirby Air Ride, like the series or the game, they might think this is just another different kind of racing game, and it was interesting because when we went to go play the game at the Nintendo booth, they really didn't have any of the racing available for you to try at all. You were really just focused on doing some tutorials to learn the different like controls, and then jumping straight into city trial. And so it's clear that they understand that this is the mode that people go to Kirby Air Ride and now Kirby Air Riders for. And they're pretty focused on like building out that as the primary experience. And I think that they did a really good job building out City Trial. Like that was a mode that felt a little bit limited in the original game, to your point. Still really fun, still really imaginative and different, and very like Sakurai, obviously. And in the demo that we played for Kirby Air Riders, which was very focused on City Trial, it felt like this big experience, and I really liked it. It's like, you know, sort of this chaotic thing that you do to collect all your power-ups, and then this like kind of mini game that you play at the very end. But there's a lot of different things that's been built into that mode, and there's a lot of layers to it. There's a lot of strategy and mechanics, some of which I went over my head, let me tell you, but I had a lot of fun playing it. I thought it was really good, like a really good showcase of that mode.
Yeah, the city's much bigger.
It's actually like a floating island now.
Has, more sort of distinct areas. Mm-hmm. It has a lot of little hidden nooks and crannies.
It does,
for you to find stuff or to hide out or to have your showdowns with people, which is really cool. And it's true, like it is at first glance a very simple game. Like the original game was like, well, it's one button, and now they've added another button. But like, there's just so much nuance to everything that you're doing with those buttons and kind of within any given moment, and even just in City Trial, like the knowledge that you need to build up of like what kind of build do I want, because you're getting all these power-ups, so you can shape your character however you want. And even Sakurai in the direct's like, don't just get everything.
Even though you want to.
That's how you shouldn't do it. Like that's what a novice will do. It's like, oh, there's a thing, I should go get that. Because you
that's what I do.
Because you don't know exactly what it is, but eventually you'll come to know kind of how each of those impacts what you can do, how each of those maybe clicks more or less with how you like to play.
Right.
And ultimately, you got to do a little task at the end in those mini games. Like you might be projecting, like, well, it might be this one, so maybe I should have this. So there is kind of a lot more to it than you might see at face value.
Totally. How do you feel about this new game showcasing like this very unique game style to newcomers? Do you feel like they do a good job of like bringing new people into the experience, or do you think it's like a bit harder for people to kind of grasp exactly what this is?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to be curious to hear more impressions from PAX, since the game will be there. It's not like Kirby Air Ride was this huge mega hit that's everybody's like, oh yes, I know and love Kirby Air Ride. Like, I think it was much more of a cult hit than an actual hit. And I do think there are some things about this that are non-traditional that I don't think this game is for everybody. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean it's bad or it has any issues. I just think kind of the way, the fact of what it is, like, it's not Mario Kart.
Right.
It's got a bit more like flavor to it, that it's like...
It's nuance.
It's like, some people will be like, yes, I love this. Some people are like, I like Mario Kart better for what it is.
Yeah.
And I do think kind of that progression of City Trial, doing the stuff in the city, and then jumping into that concluding mini game could be a point of like, wait, what? For some people, of like, I just finished this, it's not over, and now I'm doing this other thing that doesn't always feel super connected, and that's kind of concluding that and giving you like, oh, well, I got first place, I got second place. Some people might just think like, wow, I was kicking butt in City Trial, and then I had to go shoot through a target, and I botched that. Now I lost.
Yeah.
I think that could be a disconnect for some people.
Yeah. How do you feel about the $70 price tag for this game?
I think it's a little steep for what it is. Right now, we don't know what the support plans are going to be. We both think they're going to add more characters, whether it's free or paid or whatever. We don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of slots still remaining on that screen of characters select.
Right.
Yeah.
But, $70 is the new $60, and $60 was the default. And I think they have enough reasoning for why it should be, at that very premium tag. Big Kirby game, Sakurai, new thing, new experience.
Yeah.
A lot of online support. I can understand why they would do that, even though I'm like,
I'm a little, I was thinking about that a little bit. And I do understand that we kind of had this wave of like 60 became 70, 70 became 80 or whatever. So this is just the new standard price. But I get a little worried because I'm like, oh, it's too bad because that price point might be like a little bit steep for some people to give this game a try. This game is turning out to be an amazing game, really fun. Something that I think is going to be, it's going to be an awesome game. If they keep supporting it too, it'll be a game that you'll play for a long time. But it feels like for the people that maybe didn't grow up playing Kirby Air Ride or don't really know much about this game, because it's a bit nuanced, because it's a little bit different than what you would typically, you can't really put this game in a specific genre. It is a little bit more unique. Like, I wonder if that $70 price tag is going to turn people off. Like, well, I don't know what this is, and from what I see, I don't really get it, so I'm not going to try it.
This would be great for some sort of a limited time, like weekend demo.
Like demo
sort
event.
of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I could see why they would be worried if it was a demo that you could play forever, because it's like, well, I have City Trial, so why do I need to buy this game?
I know.
But if it was for just a weekend, seems like that would go a long way. And I can't recall if the version that we played was the full game. There was somebody definitely like over your shoulder, like now do this, now do this.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if that other stuff was like grayed out or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a fun surprise. It was a very big part of the Nintendo booth, so good on them for
it was kind of the most front and center game.
Yes, it was.
That they had there.
Yeah, I mean, it was the newest game that they had. Everything else was more so stuff that had demos previously. But it was great that they had the direct, and then right afterwards you could play. Nintendo talks about this all the time. It's like, we need to get people hands-on as soon as they see the stuff. That's the most. That's the best way to sell something, you know? So I can see them, doing that very specifically for Kirby Air Riders.
Mm-hmm. All right, shall we move on?
Yes, let's.
Metroid Prime 4.
Yes, we have some very different opinions about Metroid Prime 4 that we talked about a lot already. I don't know.
You haven't been shamed into changing your opinion?
I'm not at all.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to be dishonest about how I feel about something, so you don't care if no one agrees with me or if everyone agrees with me. I don't care.
Okay.
But yeah, we didn't get a chance, like I was saying, we didn't go to any of those April Switch 2 preview events. So this is our first time playing this demo, which has been out for a couple of months.
Yeah, and this was literally that demo.
This was that demo. Yes. And then I looked back a little bit more. I'm like, is there any other gameplay, not trailer, gameplay that people have posted? Like, was there a Treehouse Live with a different section of the game? Was there any previews?
There wasn't, right?
And there was not.
No.
So I was just making sure that I didn't miss something on this game. I know we've seen some trailers, obviously, from the last couple of directs, and then we've had this demo, which is presumably the very beginning of the game.
Yes. Kind
of out for people to play.
Yeah, it was like maybe 20
minutes, depending on how fast you can get through that boss.
And we posted a few videos, but the setup they had was interesting. They had you seated at like
a desk,
like a row of desks with a huge like mouse pad in front of you, because it was like they want you to try
the mouse mode.
those mouse controls.
Yes.
Which I think this was where we had the start of a great schism.
We did. We divided greatly into two different directions. I've been having a pretty hard time with the mouse controls in general.
Yeah, even yesterday, you're like, show me how you hold the Joy-Con when you're doing the mouse. And
we went through like 20 minutes of me looking at where you're placing
like exactly
your fingers,
where the fingers were,
and then me trying to place my fingers.
And that's just not comfortable for you.
It just does not feel comfortable. And we've been dealing with it.
Right.
Because I was like playing Drag and Drive. We were playing Drag and Drive, and I was like, "How are you?" I feel like this Joy-Con's just gonna fly out of my hand. Like I don't. I mean, yes, I did. I had the straps. I had the straps. I had the little like bumpers on. I was doing everything that they told me to do. I put my hands exactly where they told me to put my hands, and it just didn't feel comfortable for me. So, yes, they did kind of force you almost. That was the only control scheme available.
Well, yeah, but you could just play it with buttons if you want.
You could, but they really did.
I'm kicking myself for not checking more. Was motion controls in this demo?
I don't remember.
I don't remember it being there either, but
But there's got to be. It's got to be.
I mean, in the final game they'll have it.
They'll have it, yeah.
But I'm thinking just for this demo.
You'll be fine. So I was already kind of struggling with the controls. I just couldn't get comfortable on that mouse Joy-Con, which is your right hand. And then it was difficult because you would be holding and moving around the Joy-Con like a mouse, obviously, and then you would have to reach up to push some buttons as well.
You do have to press buttons on the right Joy-Con, which you are holding, like on the face, which is now vertical. And it's not, pressing a button like this is not the same as pressing a button like this.
Yeah, your thumb is doing a thing.
Right.
So that made it a little hard for me. It was awkward for me.
And that's where you might think like, oh, well, some of these games now are supporting traditional mouses, but again, you need a lot of buttons on there. So I don't know, unless you had one of those like gaming mouses that's got 20 buttons.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy to just. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad I maybe I'll try it one more time when the game comes out, just to make fully sure that this is not a mode for me.
Right.
I'm happy to give anything a try, at least twice. But this first time when I played the demo, I didn't really like it. But I'm happy to just go back to the normal controls. Play with a Pro controller, play it with motion control. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, my takeaway was I thought the mouse stuff was cool. I liked having that additional precision and speed, but I just don't know like how realistic that is for the general public.
Well, some people have...
And that spurred a lot of interesting conversations of like, oh, I actually do play my Switch 2 at a desk.
Sure.
Or like, oh, well, I've been doing it on a couch and I hope it'll work for a game like this. Like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
But that was obviously their like idealized setup for it.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to play the game this way. Like you can play it normal buttons. I'm sure it'll have the motion stuff from like the remastered, which they had a ton of control options, which were great.
They did.
So I'm sure you'll find something.
You'll find something that works for you.
That's fine for you.
Yeah, not for me. Just like the demo setup, the way that they forced you to play was just not for me. So I just didn't like it. And then the demo itself just didn't really click with me.
It's very shooting heavy.
Yeah, it's very shooting heavy.
It was like a traditional FPS, almost.
Almost, yeah. Almost like someone made a joke and I was like, that's kind of true, actually. It's very Halo. It's the Halo of Metroid.
Kind of was,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of did feel like that. And it's fine. It's just not what I come to Metroid games for. And I get it. It's not like this is a representation of the entirety of the game. This is clearly like a very small, tiny portion of it. But my perspective is like, if you're going to show somebody this new game, you better show them something that is like what makes this game unique and super fun to play.
Well, see, this is where they might be managing the Switch 2 portfolio versus the game. It's like, we need a game that's going to show off these mouse controls well. Okay, Metroid, that's going to be your role in this portfolio when we're having these big events where it's like, all right, we got Mario Kart, we got Donkey Kong, Metroid, this is your role here. So like they're kind of sacrificial lamb. This is our whole issue with what they've been doing with this game, is like they're kind of sacrificing the totality of the game
for the greater good of the Switch 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like that because I think it's selling the game quite short. And yeah,
But apparently you don't like the game either.
I didn't like the demo that I played at all. And I know that the demo is not like the whole game, but I'm just giving you my opinion from the thing.
That actually is the whole game.
Oh, no.
That's what's releasing at a TBD time.
Great.
I regret to inform
you. But
please understand.
For my opinion is based on the demo that I played at Gamescom, and I did not like that demo.
Okay.
That is what my opinion is based off of. It's not based off of anything else. I'm just saying that from the demo that I played at Gamescom for 15 minutes, I didn't like it.
Also not in this demo were any of the psychic powers, which we feel like we still have a lot more to learn about, but that was just not present.
Not present.
It was just pretty straightforward shooting. There was some scanning, so that was nice. I
tried to scan.
I did spend a bunch of time scanning
everything,
things.
And then the lady that was managing my station was like, "Can you not do that? Can you move on?"
No.
And I was like, "No, I just want to scan that." She's like, "You can keep going."
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't like, because there was another demo where the lady was like, "All right, you're done," and when we did Pokemon, that's the next game.
Why not?
Because typically it was on a timer. It was on a 10-minute timer, and then it would just go to a screen. It's like, thanks for playing. And then I was filming you, and the lady was like, "Oh, you're done. You're all done now."
But I played for most of it.
I think you played for like 7 minutes, but then she was like, "All right, run along."
Why is that? What did I do?
They don't like the look on your face.
I like that game. We'll talk about that one next.
All right. You've been practicing your German bad words.
I don't even know any.
Muttering it under your breath.
Shouldn't for
No. Stop.
It's not a bad word.
Stop. I don't know what you're about to say.
Yeah. That was my impression of Metroid. Can't wait to learn more. Can't wait to learn more from Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean,
whenever they want to show me, I'm excited.
It did remind me of the start of or some of the early parts of Metroid Prime 3, which also had interactions with other people.
I didn't like that game's start.
Okay.
That could explain a lot.
I didn't mind it. Because again, soon enough you're off doing, Samus stuff. So that's great.
That's what I want to get to.
We have talked about, I do think this game still is in need of something like the parry from Dread
or
Samus Returns.
Samus Returns, yeah.
That does still feel like something
bullet sponge.
That would be really nice.
Some of those enemies
they're not
feel
quite
like
as
bullet sponge.
Not quite as bullet spongy as some of the older games, but I mean there are times where you're just up close with these enemies. It would be nice to just have some blap,
Maybe they'll have it.
Pistol whip kind of situation.
Yeah, arm cannon whip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the way they implemented that in the 2D games was so interesting. It just feels like,
it's very satisfying.
I think we've all agreed this was a nice addition to the series. So
add it in.
That could be some item that you get, some power up that you get. Oh, now you can pistol whip.
I can psychically pistol whip.
Do you like me calling it a pistol whip?
I do. I think we can use the psychic powers to pistol whip somebody.
Oh, psychic
pistol whip you with my mind. Pow.
Okay.
Do you feel that?
This is some like Jean Grey stuff. Okay.
I could get into that.
Sure.
Could get into that.
Sure.
Yeah, we've yet to see much more on this game. I'm sure if there is a September Direct, we'll get a big blowout, hopefully.
Shadow drop?
No.
Shadow dropping Metroid Prime 4?
Oh my gosh, no, please don't do that. Maybe a big blowout in the rumored September Direct.
Why not?
Maybe a launch date.
Yeah.
Maybe some more about the psychic powers. Maybe a little bit more of gameplay that we can see from other areas.
I should hope so.
Maybe that will happen.
I should hope so.
And then we can see for ourselves, right?
Yes. It starts with Mr. Takahashi deeply bowing.
I deeply apologize to you.
I am so sorry. We've canceled it again.
You've waited 7 years.
We were this close, but it wasn't very good. Yeah. Next, Pokemon Legends ZA.
Z Alpha.
No, Pokemon Legenden ZA.
ZA.
Legenden.
A Legenden, yes.
We have a giant poster that says Pokemon Legenden.
It's pretty cool.
Which is very cool.
This is my highlight of the Nintendo booth.
This was a brief demo.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
I really liked it.
Very battle focused. Did you see the thing today? They're teasing a
Machamp
Mega Evolution.
I did see that.
Oh my gosh.
Are you excited?
I'm going to be so excited.
It's going to be like so big. There's going to be so many arms.
Is he going to grow more arms? He can have like 8 arms?
Like on the head there's an arm?
Oh man. I'm really excited.
It's just another arm to punch you with.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
This game is looking good.
This game's looking very good.
I'm excited about this one.
I think so too.
I'm really hyped for Pokemon ZA.
Yeah.
Like, I had a very, hot and cold, because it was like, this looks great. I love the Legend series, and then it's like, oh no, are the graphics bad? Is it going to be another, buggy mess? And then it's like, oh, it's going to be okay. And then, having played it again, they give you a very small thing to do, obviously, but I liked it. I thought it was great. I liked the free roamy battle thing that you were doing where you can, move around with your Pokemon. I don't mind it being in a city. People were saying, doesn't it suck that it's not open, in the open wild? It's like, no, I want to explore this, dense, hopefully it's dense. It's a very...
That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah.
That's
hopefully
the big
it's,
question.
the nooks and crannies of this, city that you're exploring.
Because I think if just, if you compared the size of this city to the size of some of the other areas, it's not as big. Mm-hmm. But you do see, there's a road, there's a back alley. As long as there's a reason
go into a building
to poke around, rooftops, like verticality.
There is. I saw some in the trailer.
Right. So I'm not too worried, but I do think that's a pretty critical detail for this game. Yes,
I agree. I mean, they need to put some of that exploration in, and I don't care what you have me explore. I want to explore and discover things. You can have me explore inside the confines of a big city or a city, or in the wilds, whatever. I don't care. Just build a world that makes it feel like it's worth it to go down an alleyway or go check out around the corner. What's that?
Yes.
But otherwise, I thought it was great. The whole demo was in German. I have no clue what
is your evaluation of the graphics?
I didn't mind it, honestly. It looked okay to me.
Yeah.
It didn't look bad. It didn't look like... It wasn't like I was like, oh my gosh, those windows look like crap. Or anything like that. It was fine. It wasn't like this is the next gen graphics. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, what a showpiece for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Not like in the way that Donkey Kong, Bonanza was, obviously, but thought it looked fine to me. For this type of game, I thought it looked fine.
I thought, the frame rate and all that stuff looked fine.
It looks fine,
It looked sharp, very similar to Scarlet and Violet post-patch on the Switch 2. So
yes, exactly.
I don't think it's going to change your mind if you think those games are ugly, but it was not distracting me.
Not at all.
In any way.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Highlight of the Nintendo.
Are you going to get in? Is this game going to get you into Pokemon lore? There seems to be a lot of people getting excited to learn more about. This is not something that I am into personally.
Professor
but
Oak's
maybe
deep,
for you,
dark secrets.
Maybe for you, this is a big thing that you can get excited.
Sure, I love lore.
Oh,
I love a lore.
Okay.
I'm just excited about this game in general. Like I haven't played. I feel like I've been missing. I'm missing Pokemon. I'm missing a good Pokemon game to play. I haven't really liked the last couple. The last game that I liked was Legends Arceus. Yeah. So I guess I really like these. Hopefully, I really continue to like these more like spin-off-y Pokemon games. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I just wonder at what point if this game ends up being a big hit and there's already good feedback on the battle mode for this. Just like at what point does that feedback start to feed itself into
Gen 10
the core generational games?
Yeah, I wonder that too. I wonder that as well.
Because that's a tightrope for them to walk for sure.
Yes.
Of a lot of people still want that pure experience.
Mm-hmm.
You could say, well, that's why the Legends series exists, for them to do these other things. Keep that out.
Yeah.
But at this point, I prefer the Legends series.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad that we have the Legends series for people like us who have been just a little bit wanting the core series to maybe freshen up a little bit. The Legends series seems to be that fresher take on it, and I'm happy to see them continuing to experiment within the Legends series and push it a little bit because maybe they don't feel that pressure of no, we have to keep the traditions the same and all that stuff.
Right.
So
yeah.
Push it. I love it.
All right, a couple more Switch 2 games, some third-party stuff. Elden Ring and Final Fantasy VII Remake. They had these little bungalows off to the side in their booth with all these third-party games where you could go check it out.
Yes.
And those were all treated a little bit differently. So they all had handheld and TV mode, which was nice because you could see it running both ways. Elden Ring didn't let us capture footage, which was a bit of a bad omen. They had Borderlands 4, we didn't get to see that. They had Silk Song, we didn't get to see that. Line for that was crazy.
Yeah, the line for Silk Song.
And that game's coming out in a few weeks. So
yeah,
it's
see it then.
We'll just,
see it then.
I'll just buy it.
Yeah, I'll probably just buy it. Yeah.
I don't need
Sight unseen, I'll buy it.
I don't need to do that.
At least it's not $70.
I don't think they've announced the price.
Oh, no. How much do you think Silk Song is?
I don't know.
$100.
I don't know.
$200.
We have Silk Song in the news. We'll be back for that.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay.
So we've done a couple videos on this, just kind of talking about what we've seen.
Yeah.
These games are going to be I believe both of these are going to be at PAX, so it'll be interesting to see more impressions of this. There's a lot of back and forth on Elden Ring of, does it look as bad as people like us, or Digital Foundry, if you don't believe us, have said. There have been some clips that people have captured, kind of off screen, over the shoulder stuff, where the quality of the footage is low enough and it's not enough of a focus that I don't think a lot of the flaws can be properly seen.
Yeah, if you get a chance to play it at one of these shows, play it and make your own conclusion. You know?
Right. But kind of the quick and dirty takeaway here is Elden Ring was not a very good version, and Final Fantasy VII was a very good version.
Was
a very good version on the Switch too.
Yes.
So, and I've seen people saying well, they're gonna keep working on Elden Ring and they're gonna fix it. It's all right. Well, that would be great.
That's great.
Because what they're starting at now is not very good.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they would even agree to show this version.
That's why my thought was they haven't announced a final
There's no date
yet.
Yeah, they didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do this.
Did they think it was good enough to show?
I don't know who. I mean, maybe that was some Bandai Namco person was oh well, we gotta have somebody see this so we can start taking these orders. We gotta boost these pre-orders. I don't know.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, whatever. I mean, no, it doesn't. Again, all of these things are based on the versions that we saw at Gamescom.
Yeah, that's all we can react to.
That's all I can base my opinion on is like what I saw and played when I was there.
And in this case, you have played it on a PS5.
And in this case, yes, I've played it extensively on a PS5.
You know everything about that version.
And I can only tell you what I think from the hands-on that I was given at that show. And I don't know what their plans are for the future, if they're going to keep working on it, great. If they're going to keep patching it to make it better, fine. I'm just telling you, what I saw at Gamescom was unplayable for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So that's just I mean, I don't know how else to say it. People keep coming at us with these comments like, well, you don't know anything. I'm like, well, I'm just
we've seen it and you haven't, so we know that much at least.
I'm just telling you from what I played. I don't know what else, how else to say it.
That was not just us. Like, in the little bungalow, everybody who was playing, there were like a dozen people, we were all just looking at each other like, is this right? This is it? Oh, no.
Yeah, and a lot of those people were people like us who have played the game before.
Yeah.
And there was like maybe 8 of us in there together, and we all made friends, and we were all chatting and hanging out. And I was playing on the TV mode, and there was this really nice guy playing handheld mode next to me, and you guys were talking, and you were kind of looking over his shoulder, and we were both like, what is this? This is rough. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that was just our takeaway, you know?
Right. Digital Foundry, they compared it to a PS3 game, which was really like, whoa.
Ouch. I mean, I'm not going to argue with them. It was pretty rough. Yeah, pretty rough.
Final Fantasy, another game that we played. This was originally a PS4 game. This is Remake, not Rebirth. People should know.
Yes, Remake. The PS4 game.
Rebirth is a whole other can of worms, and is going to be a more challenging game for them to bring over.
Yeah.
But this was great. I've seen people debating, like, oh no, it was 30 frames versus 40 frames. My response to that is, who cares? Like, again, they are doing something to deliver the frame rate in a way that looks very smooth, whether it's 30 or 40. I don't care.
As long as you can't tell.
They've got some like motion blur, something when you move the camera. That's kind of what Cyberpunk has as well.
Yeah.
That makes it look smoother than it probably is, absent
exactly
that
the whole
effect.
Package. You gotta look at the whole
This is
package.
the drum that I'm gonna keep banging. It's like, don't just look at the number of a frame rate and decide whether that's good or bad.
Yes.
You need to see it in action.
Whole package in action.
And make an informed decision on that. Because there are a lot of little tricks of the trade that these developers can implement to help with these sorts of things.
Yeah, they know their game really well, hopefully. Right. So they can like do the things that they need to do to make it look the best it can. And it's just not it's not going to come down so cut and dry to like a number on a page, you know?
And whatever tricks of those trades are, they weren't doing those with Elden Ring. There were no tricks.
There were, no, not at all.
No.
Zero tricks. But Final Fantasy Remake looked fantastic.
Would you replay this?
You know what? I was thinking about replaying both those games before the next game came out.
Oh, okay. Which is coming at no clear time.
Exactly, so I have a lot of time.
Okay.
Because I don't really remember what happened in Remake.
Yeah.
Rebirth, obviously, we played that last year.
That was
a little bit more recent. But I'd be happy to play that version. I'd play that game again with the Switch 2 version. Because it's been a couple of years. What, like 4?
That came out in 2020.
Yeah, so 4-ish years. A little over 4 years.
2020 was 5 years ago.
5 years?
It's 2025.
What year is it today?
I'm telling you right now.
What day is it right now?
And again, for reference, Elden Ring came out in 2022. So it's not like that game came out a year ago.
Exactly.
Again, launched on PS4. Launched on all sorts of platforms. PS4, PS5, Steam Deck.
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yes.
All of these games launched on a Steam Deck.
And Rebirth was on Steam Deck as well.
No.
No,
it's not.
Oh. That's why you're saying it's difficult.
I'm talking about Elden Ring right now.
Oh, yeah, Elden Ring.
Yes.
I'm thinking Final Fantasy. I'm sorry.
Elden Ring.
The ice cream truck is here.
You're distracted.
I'm distracted
okay,
once again.
Got it.
We're talking about Elden Ring.
My point is that none of these are like fresh games that came out a year ago.
No.
You know? That's me point
Elden
here.
Ring came out a long time ago too.
2020. We're going in circles now. That came out in 2022. The other one came out in 2020.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Cyberpunk came out in 2020, but they've been doing a lot of stuff to it.
Right.
Over
We didn't play it in
to build
2020. We played it way later.
We knew better.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that's what you got to do. You got to wait for the games to get fixed, and then you can play it.
Let's move on. Some non-Switch 2 stuff. We played the great Resident Evil Rebirth, and you literally cried.
No, it's Resident Evil Requiem.
Excuse me. No, I had this typo in here.
You do.
And you did nothing to fix it.
I'm looking at it right now.
Resident Evil Requiem. There we go. So...
Oh man, this game really got me.
You played this game first. I played this game after you. It's probably a pretty short demo, but it's very frightening, so you slowly make your way through it.
You do.
You wake up, you're in this like...
Scary Victorian mansion hospital.
Mansion where they've set up this like makeshift hospital to like extract your blood or something. And you get out of that, and then you're trying to get out.
You're very injured and very weak.
Right.
So you're moving really slow.
You're
like dragging your foot, behind you. You're clearly very not capable of protecting yourself.
And then it's very atmospheric, like the lighting, it's like some parts lit, some parts on.
The sound design was so good.
But there's kind of nothing happening for the first half of it. You're just kind of like exploring, and you're just bracing yourself for something to happen.
And then something happens.
And then you find this dead body, and then this grotesque monster, which is like it's like a 15-foot tall.
It's so scary with like giant teeth.
Humanoid freak who wants to bite your head off.
Claws that want to just.
Yes.
And then it chases you, but it can't go into the light.
Correct. It's afraid of it. It gets hurt in direct light. So
some of the lights are like not working.
So you're kind of doing like hide and seek with this thing because it can also climb into the ceilings.
Into like the rafters.
And you can hear it like running around on the ceilings.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to wait for it to like go away, and then you have to like go and do certain things.
They had us playing with headphones, and I swear, they had the headphones cranked up so high, like any little thing was a jump scare.
And the guy came up behind me, and I stopped.
He's like, so how you doing?
And I was like, I almost threw my controller in the air.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I was like,
that was great.
You were so mean too.
Why?
Because you forced me.
Okay, say this. I'm gonna show you something here.
Okay. That you're a big fat chicken?
No, explain this.
So they let you choose 2 different options in terms of how you play. You can play in third person or first person.
That's a cool new thing.
Such a good idea.
Yeah.
You were like, no, you have to play in first person because it's scarier. And I was like, oh, okay.
I don't think that's what I said.
Yes, you did.
I just said I think you should do that. What makes it scarier? Can you explain?
They said on the little thing when you choose the mode.
That's the default mode of the game is first person.
They were like, for a more immersive.
Okay, is immersive more scary?
Yes.
How? Then why didn't they use that word?
Immerse in horror. So I was so scared. Yeah. I thought I was gonna like pass out.
Okay.
I was so scared, and I was playing within a room full of people. Okay.
Yes.
And
it was
terrifying.
Very very well lit. Lots of people. Lots of ambient sound.
See, this is my problem with these Resident Evil games. That's not Resident Evil 4 with my handsome man Leon. Is that this woman that is in the game is completely not capable of protecting herself.
There was no attacking.
She had a lighter and like a bottle of medicine.
But this was not like you're making a Molotov cocktail. It was like the lighter is for light.
Yeah.
And the medicine is to heal yourself or something, you know?
I think you could throw the bottle at something.
To make a sound.
Yeah.
You could make a sound.
Not to like hurt something.
No, this was not like, I'm going to knock you over the head with this.
No.
There's no fighting this thing.
You can't fight.
No.
And you're also slow because you're injured.
Right.
So you're like bleeding out, you know, and you're like, you know, making your way around. So that made it so scary because you're like, I can't defend myself.
Exactly.
I can't do anything. I'm going to die. This is awful.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
So you tried a few times and you couldn't do it. So then I switched to the third person.
Yeah.
And I did eventually get out of it.
You got out.
I did. They had to tell me what to do in one case because I wasn't sure.
I got a real like first-hand look at you when you were scared, which I thought was pretty funny. Like first of all, you took the headphone off because you were like,
it was extremely loud. But it was obviously very scary. But it was like,
scared. No, you were too scared, so you were like, I'm gonna. So you took the headphone off, and then you had this like very logical reaction to fear. My reaction to fear is run around in circles like a crazy person, like a chicken with its head cut off.
Yes.
You were like studying this map. You had the map pulled up, and you were like, okay, so then from here, where do I go?
So here's why.
And then right or left, and then what about that little crevice? No, I can't go.
Here's why. you have to make, at a certain point, you're like, okay, I need to run from this room to this room. I need to make a beeline. And if I hesitate or if I make a wrong turn, this monster is going to bite my head off. So it was like, I need to know exactly what my route is to get there.
You were scared.
Yes, because I don't want to get my head bitten off.
So then, if I go to here, how do I get there?
And you know that sometimes it's the spatial stuff does not always work out for me.
You study.
I can get really turned around.
For 5 minutes, you zoned into this map, and then you go, okay, I think I'm ready.
Yes. So will you play this game?
Oh my gosh. I really want to, because the story seems really interesting. Right. I'm really
What if you played it with sound off? Or sound at 1?
I need sound. To hear what if you need to hear the monster coming for you?
Okay.
So you need some sound.
How can you make this?
How do I make this not scary?
And then
third person.
And I was gonna say, would you do it in third person?
Definitely not first person. Definitely third person. Third person is less scary for sure.
What the third person view, if you do an Elder Scrolls, sometimes those games will let you do, and it's just it's a really cheesy character model. This I appreciate. They made it look pretty nice.
The lighting, especially in the third person, is incredible.
Right, you wouldn't have known. This is actually a first person preferred game. The third person view was legit.
Because he's just holding that lighter,
Yeah,
and the lighting in the room is so well done. Yeah. I was really impressed, honestly.
So
I want to play it, but I'm too scared. What do I do?
You have to get I feel either you embrace the fear and it's I'm living off of that. Or there's a thing you could do where it's you know what? This is just the game. What is the rule that this enemy is operating by? I kind of started to figure that out near the end because I was how does this thing sense me? How does this thing know what I can do?
It's so logical.
And then by the end I was all right, I think I can kind of figure it out. And then she's this isn't real. Just tell yourself that. It's not real.
It's not real. Yeah. I think if I played in broad daylight in third person on a portal, I'll be okay. Small screen.
Okay.
Not in bed. Sit up.
No, don't play this in bed.
Bright windows all around me.
Don't do this in bed.
Have the dog. Although when I played Alan Wake, which is also a scary game, it's more suspense thriller versus horror.
Oh yeah.
But there was a couple jump scares in there, and I scared them.
Are you scared of the dog?
My dog.
Oh.
She was sitting next to me, and I would, have a jump, and then she would jump, and then I got her all jumpy. And towards the end of that game, she was just
on edge.
She was on edge, and I was on edge.
Okay.
But I think if I do it that way, I might be okay because I really want to play this game. I'm very curious about the story of this because they teased it a lot in the Gamescom trailer as well as some other trailers. And I think eventually the main character gets
a gun?
Yes. Because she grows up to be an FBI agent.
It was unclear what time period this demo was taking place in.
So I feel
because the first trailer was she's fully grown, she's part of this, or she's a cop, or she's a whatever.
Cop, yeah, she's an FBI agent.
And the Gamescom trailer was a flashback with her mother.
Yeah, and I think that's where the demo that we played is.
A little bit after that trailer.
So her mom, I think.
Right.
And then she's trying to get out of where
I could see it being kind of immediately after that trailer.
Yeah,
actually.
and then I think she becomes almost a Leon type character where she's an FBI agent with a gun.
I don't think she's going to be Leon.
Can she be Leon? Can we just get Leon?
I don't think she's going to be Leon.
Can Leon just come help her?
I think this is going to be very similar to RE7, which is the game that gave you nosebleeds. Unfortunately.
Really?
I mean, even that the whole being chased, it was very similar to when you're in that house, you're being chased by that man.
I don't like that.
Very similar to that. So
I didn't like that.
I do kind of want to see, what else can they do here to scare you? I mean, I know that's a trademark of Resident Evil is being chased by something. You hate being chased.
I hate being chased. I'm getting a little nervous now.
So, very effective little taste of the game.
Very, very, very well done.
Pragmata, we played that next.
Yes,
we should say, so Resident Evil Requiem not coming to a Switch 2. That was rumored. It didn't happen. No. Pragmata also not coming to a Switch 2. So this is a game that was announced. This may have been part of that first PS5 event.
Yeah.
Or very, very early on
days.
When the PS5 was announced. And then we heard nothing about it, and then it resurfaced. Mm-hmm. And it's very cool. It's very interesting. So this is a third-person shooter, and the premise is you are on the moon.
I think so. In space.
And you kind of wake up, and there's this android girl with you, and it's like, well, you got to figure out what's going on and how to get out, and there's these enemies. So as the guy, like, you're just a dude and you got a gun.
Yeah.
But a lot of these enemies have this sort of armoring or shields or defense systems, and the girl, the android, who's kind of like very much like Pauline on your shoulder, she can do this techno mumbo jumbo to like eliminate.
She's like hacking it.
She's hacking it, and you have to in real time,
like button press,
activate
finger gymnastics.
Right. So you can was it the left trigger? You add to activate her, and then using the face buttons,
you like have to make a controller path to hack.
Right. There's like a grid that will pop up, and you can still move around during all the enemy is still coming at you.
Yeah,
during
it's
all
in real time.
So you have to basically do a path through this grid where you're activating all of these nodes, avoiding the bad nodes. There's like power-ups that you can get, and ending at the right spot.
Yes. It's almost like a little maze that you're going through.
Because when I'd heard these previews, like, I don't understand what you mean by I have to do a puzzle. What exactly is the puzzle?
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I get it now.
It's really clever,
the
gameplay mechanic, because you're doing the hacking part, and then the main guy, you're then able to damage that enemy. But you also, as the main guy, have a bunch of weapons that kind of help the process.
Yeah.
So one of the weapons we got was like a stasis.
Right.
So you could like shoot the enemy with the stasis gun
freeze
it, and then activate the little Diane, whatever.
I don't remember.
To do the hacking and then get all your power-ups, make sure that the shields are like completely done, and then you can like one-shot it. So it's a little bit of both. It's good strategy.
There were also times where there were multiple enemies,
and you need
and that's where you need to freeze it, because like, all right, I'm focused on this one, and I can only deal with that one and not have these others. So you got to freeze them first.
Yes.
So it seems like they're like, all right, we created this unique gameplay mechanic, and we really thought out like, how can we build this into a full proper game?
Exactly, and it's pretty cool. I actually really liked it. You do feel this like big difference between the two characters. Again, not to like keep making the comparison, but it was a little bit like Donkey Kong Pauline, where the guy is like in a big spacesuit, so he's kind of like lumbering around, kind of like the jumps are kind of floaty because you're in space, you're on the moon or whatever, and then there's the Diane on your shoulder, that little AI girl that does like stuff,
Yeah. Is this going to be like a Pinocchio? Is she going to become real at the end?
She's kind of creepy looking.
She looks like one of those like American Girl dolls.
Yeah, she's like a doll.
They need to do this collab.
Or like, have you ever seen the movie Megan?
Yeah.
That movie is actually pretty good. I only saw the first one. I didn't see the second one, but the first Megan is like excellent. She looks like Megan.
It's a little strange.
Yeah. Yeah. Big like blinky eyes, one of those. But yeah, the game's pretty cool looking. Like, I like the space setting. It looks really nice.
I'll absolutely play this.
Yeah, me too.
Very unique. We just don't get. There's just not many new ideas.
What if there's a co-op mode?
I don't. Well,
where one person is Diane and one person is the guy.
I feel like the whole point is like the multitasking.
Yeah.
But maybe
could be kind of
that would be fun for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, but we really liked it. I'm glad I finally got a chance to play this game, because I really like you. I was like, I don't get it.
This is
what do you mean by mechanic?
They really should release a demo of this.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, people might not fully grasp what's going on.
But once you play, you figure out like, oh, this is such a unique take.
It clicks pretty fast.
And it's like really fun. Really fun. Yeah.
Last game we played at Capcom was Onimusha Way of the Sword. And you've never played an Onimusha game?
I have not.
I have not either, although I did play on the flight back.
Yeah.
I played the remake of Onimusha 1 on the Switch.
Yes.
Which was helpful. So this is a third-person action game. They always do this unique thing with Onimusha where they have a real-life actor
as like
depicting one of the characters.
Yeah.
So in this one, it's Toshiro Mifune.
Yes.
Who has since passed away, but he's a classic. He's like from the Kurosawa generation.
The era of movies.
Of Japanese filmmaking.
Yes.
Very famous, very well known.
And hot.
And hot, thank you. Sorry for forgetting that. Took place also in a real world location, which they told. It's Kiyomizu-dera Temple in Kyoto, which they told us afterwards. Like, we consulted with them to get the look right. I thought it was interesting that they would be open to that, because it's like you're fighting demons. There's a lot of really like dark stuff.
And the temple's kind of like dilapidated, like it's kind of like destroyed.
Yeah, you see this like ghostly apparition of this guy who like throw this kid over the edge because he was like wigging out or something. Yeah. It's like, oh, they wanted to be a part of this? Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like there's like this mix of like sort of fantastical folklore and like real world stuff, like with the actor and the location. I really liked it. I thought it was really fun.
There's a lot of swordplay. Obviously for this game, I see a lot of debates of like, oh, is this a Souls-like game? Is this not?
I mean, whether that's is or isn't, I thought that the battle mechanics were like really fun to do, and there is a lot of depth to it as well. And we did a boss battle that was like pretty challenging. You have to do, you have to like manage this thing where you like stagger them basically, and then there's like special attacks that you can do to charge up, and so there was a lot of layers to it, and I really liked it. I mean, we actually tried a couple times to defeat that boss in the demo.
All of these demos, I had to come in and save your bacon.
No, you didn't.
All 3 of these.
You did not.
Which one didn't I?
I was fine.
Which one didn't I?
I was
Which
fine.
one didn't I?
You just kept taking the controller from me.
No. You kept just bottoming out.
I was fine.
You weren't.
I was too.
So I enjoyed this demo a lot, but then I thought about it more. I was like, what is this game's kind of unique hook? And I don't know exactly what it is yet.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I want to know more about. And again, I go back to my history with Onimusha, which is nothing, but it is a game. I've told you this over the years. Like, I often would look closely at Onimusha. I was like, should I buy this? Should I get this? Like, people say it's good, but I'm like, I don't really get what makes this game unique or special. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was actually my takeaway playing the first one on the plane, which obviously it's a very old game now.
Yeah.
It's a PS2 game. And they kind of, modernized it a little bit, but I was like, yeah, there's some interesting ideas here, but there's nothing really unique that was grabbing me about it. So I thought the sword stuff was cool. I thought the setting was great. I thought it looked amazing. All of the performances of the characters were really cool. Yeah. But I'm like, what is the one thing about this game that makes it special and unique? And I don't know yet.
Yeah, maybe have to keep playing it to know. But the package itself is like.
I had a great time with the demo. This was only something I realized after the fact.
Yeah. I did like some of the little puzzly elements in there too. You can do like that vision thing.
Puzzlies, there it is.
Where you see where the gate is like locked or whatever.
Yeah, because I have gone back and I've started replaying Kunitsugami, which has a very similar conceit to this, which is like traditional Japanese historical settings overrun by demons and gross things. But that has a very unique gameplay hook. Yes. You're doing something that you're not really doing in most other games.
Right.
And they're very. I'm not trying to compare these two beyond the setting. But at least with that, it's like, okay, I know what I'm in for that's unique and special, versus with this one, I'm still waiting to find out.
True. Okay. Yeah. Next.
Romeo is a Deadman. We got to hang out with Suda51 himself, which was very cool.
Yeah.
And he showed us his new game. This was revealed in the last, I think it was the State of Play, with a very wacky trailer. And finally, we played this game.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
And
it's awesome.
I think this and the next game were my 2 games of the show for me personally.
Oh, wow.
There's just nothing like a Suda51 game. His just point of view is so like out there and unique and fresh, and there's no comparison to playing a game like that. And it's easy to look at that game and say, this is all flash, what could the longevity of this be? But as we kept going through this, and the person doing the demo was like, okay, now try this. Oh, now switch over to this. Oh, now activate. Now go into the menu and do this. Like, there was so much depth that they kept layering onto this. I was like, wait, there's a lot here.
It really is, yeah. I just love how different every single one of these Suda51 games feel. It's like you said, it's like nothing you've ever played before, but everything you want to play. And like when you finally sort of dig into this game, there's something really like beautiful. There's like a very like artistically beautiful package that it's in that you're just kind of like trying to get to. And I really like the way that it's like presented to you. There's lots of little like bits of it that just kind of give you a sense of okay, this is the style, this is the vision. Like they do the storytelling all through these like animated comics, which I really loved. I thought that was really interesting. we were doing a boss battle, and the boss had this like ridiculous name from a punk album,
right?
You know, and there's just these little like breadcrumbs of like his creative vision that's kind of scattered into this game, and I don't know how he does it because they all feel like very like separate, but somehow he pulls it together into this one big experience, and it just works. You know, it's really awesome.
Like. It's a more extreme version of Kirby Air Riders, where I was saying it's not for everybody. Like, I'm sure there are people who like this is not their jam, which is fine. But like he is unconcerned with making like a mass market video game. Like that's not what he's about.
No, he's true to himself.
I did have a feeling while I was playing. I was like, they could have made this a No More Heroes game. They could have made this the next No More Heroes, you know, whatever. And we asked him that, and he was like, well. We're not done with those. That series will probably continue on at some point, but right now we wanted to do something a little bit different, and that's what this is. So I was like, well, that's cool, and that's an interesting thing. He was also talking about like, you know, he's got more like, there's this other director who's working with him,
right?
And it seemed to be like, well, previously, like he was really doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but it seems like this person who's been with Grasshopper for all these years and all these projects is now kind of like leveling up to be almost like his peer. So it's like, well, that's good that somebody else
shares
is able
the vision.
to share that load, share that vision with him, and just like, you know, as this studio continues into the future, like it can only help.
Exactly.
To have more people who are, you know, really senior, who really understand it, who are like the next generation almost of that. That's a very hard thing to say. Like, well, I'm going to train you to be the next me when I've got this kind of visionary, very artistic point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can ever do that.
But you can glean something.
It seems to be working for this game.
It seems to
where
be
this
working
other
very
person
well.
is very involved.
Exactly. Yeah, and it was great to spend some time with Suda-san, and we were, you know, you had brought in your Travis
Strikes Again.
Travis Strikes Again,
Yes.
No More Heroes. That was the last time we saw him, was when we were still at Nintendo, and then he was like, that's right, I totally remember this, like, we had a great time kind of catching up with him and sharing with him like what we've been up to and stuff like that. You got your game signed?
I did.
He's so nice to
My collection of Suda signed games is
like pretty complete, you know?
We asked him about the Switch too, because
for
that was
Romeo's
not a platform that was on their list at the moment. So he said, you know, any chance of that? And they said, well, we'd love to, but we're making the game on Unreal Engine 5. There are technical issues right now that we don't know if we can solve. And it seems like part of it is on their part of it's on Epic's part to kind of update you know, what they need out of Unreal Engine 5. And, you know, to be fair, like Unreal Engine 5 is not working super great for everybody these days. So it's not strictly a Grasshopper issue.
Right.
But it seems like it's very much up in the air, which is a bummer. Because Suda had a great run on the Switch. And Nintendo was really doing a lot of...
And No More Heroes had a great run on many Nintendo platforms.
Right. That's been a really good relationship for both sides over the years. So I'd be a little bit... I mean, I'll play it on whatever. But it seems like a game that, all things considered, like, it seems like this could work on a Switch too.
I know, yeah. I hope that they figure it out, because I just want more people to play this game because it's so incredible.
And I'm sure at this point there's a big audience of Suda admirers.
Absolutely.
Who own Nintendo platforms. So
yeah.
I imagine they will do what they can.
And
but
just for discovery's sake too, you know, because No More Heroes was such a big... was on Switch, like it would be great for his next game to be on here as well, you know, in a Switch platform as well.
Yes, something completely different, but maybe not.
Bubsy
40.
Bubsy.
This was my other favorite game of the show. They kind of teased. So when we made our appointment to see this, they wouldn't tell us what it was, but they were kind of teasing. I was like, is this a new Bubsy game?
Yeah.
What? It made me think, and then they showed the trailer at Opening Night Live, and I was like, wait.
That's it.
They have Fabraz making this game, and it was one of those things where I saw the image, and I knew immediately, like, that's
his art
That's
style.
Their new art style that they're using for their other game. And I was like, well, that's really like an inspired pairing.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And I guess in kind of his fan community, there had been a lot of people like jokingly saying like, "Oh, you should make a new Bubsy game."
And he was like, "No, stop asking me." But he had already started working on it. It was amazing.
Right. So it's hilarious that they had already started doing that. And he has another game, in his sort of Demon series that isn't out yet. So I'm really surprised that they're able to do two games at once. But what was the phrase? The expressive platforming was kind of the name of the type of game that they make, and I think that's good. It's a very to me, it's a very pure kind of 3D platforming.
It very much is.
Did you play this at all? Or was I hogging the controller for this one?
No, this is not a game for me.
This is not a game for you.
Yeah, I'm terrible at 3D platforming games.
I would say it's a pretty skill.
There's no way I can play this game.
Skill-forward platformer, but not in a super punishing way. It's you need to know your stuff. You need to know everything that you can do and how to chain it together. But I never felt like in all of their games, I never feel like the game is trying to actively punish you or be unfair or just be hard for the sake of being hard. And that's something that I really appreciated. And they built a really cool moveset for Bubsy that's kind of true to what this character is. And it's what?
Like a bobcat.
And then you might ask, well, what the heck is this character? It's well, it's kind of a joke gag character from the 90s when all these
mascot things.
Mascot platformers were becoming popular. And I remember renting some of those Bubsy games. It's it's fine for what it is. Yeah. It's a rental. It's definitely a rental. And then there was Bubsy 3D, which is one of the all-time people say, "Oh, this is one of the worst games ever made." It's very memeable.
Yeah.
People should look up Bubsy 3D if they don't know what this is. So I think it's funny that they call this Bubsy 40.
I know.
To kind of build upon this, but this game is legit good.
Really good.
Right. So and again, they had these moves where you could do these claw attacks and kind of like Cat Mario.
I was gonna say it reminded me of Cat Mario.
Climb up walls.
You can climb up walls. You can do this pounce. You can do this hairball.
The hairball, right?
And then get out of the hairball and then do. This is where you do need to do that thing where you were trying to do in Donkey Kong,
chaining all the moves.
Where you can chain the moves together and you can get some real distance. And then they do have a bit of that speed running mindset because they have a clock.
Yes.
And it's do it within this time period. Some of the times are crazy. I was there's no way. Oh my God.
It's amazing. Right. And we watched him do a speed run.
He's
and
good.
it was well, this is a whole nother way of playing
you
this
made
game.
This game, so that's not fair.
This was just my first time playing this. But yes, there's another trademark of the Fabraz games, which is they'll have these things where it's all right, you'll exhaust all of your moves in the air, which will get you to this point, and once you hit it, you will replenish, and then you can do them all again in a certain order to make your way across, which I find very, very fun.
It's very fun.
It had this really interesting look that was like the Yoshi crafted world in 3D.
It did, yeah. The planet that you're going to is a woolly planet.
Woolly. Yeah.
And then the enemies were woolies too. They're woolies too.
If Nintendo ever got up their butt and made a 3D Yoshi game, it's this is what it would look like.
Ask for Brass to do it.
I thought that's what I said. It's man, you should make all these games.
He's awesome, by the way.
I love him. I'm so glad we met him.
Great and so nice and just a delight to hang out with. So
real up and comer.
I think he's up and comed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Then we saw the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection with a K.
Man.
Collection with a K. We like
and
things
a really
that start
embarrassing
with a K.
thing happened to me.
What?
I remember playing this game, and then the guy was run as fast as you can to the right. I was okay, and then he tricked me, and I got smushed by a huge pillar.
So they were showing. So this is a compilation of a lot of classic Mortal Kombat games, and they
Digital Eclipse.
Yes, the Digital Eclipse game. The new thing that they were touting at Gamescom was we added. What was it Mortal Kombat Legacy? I forget the name, but the Sub-Zero standalone kind of beat 'em up game, which most people agree is not a good.
It's not great.
It's not a good game.
Yeah.
And you got trolled into running.
I got trolled into playing it.
And getting squished.
And I got squished.
Yes.
It was terrible.
That was pretty funny, actually.
But I actually liked it a little bit. Kind of want to try some more. But this is cool because it has obviously all the games in the collection that you can play.
Right.
You remembered all of your fatalities, which is very impressive. And then they also have all of the Digital Eclipse sort of documentary stuff, interviews, the behind the scenes. It's very well done, as usual, very high quality. You can definitely spend a lot of time going through all the things. And they made a lot of these games playable, basically. So
yeah, and I don't know what exactly is the determining factor for being like the Gold Master series or not. It certainly seemed like there was enough archival stuff in here to do it. It's probably something that, Warner Brothers was like, oh, let's not do that. Let's just call it Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because it's such a mass series.
Right.
We don't want to, trip people up.
Muddle up the brands or
exactly,
something,
So it's fine, but like it very well could be a Gold Master.
They
were showing us all, like, I was so captivated. They have all this behind the scenes stuff of the people doing like the motion capture in the suits.
Yep.
All of these other events that they were at with all these things, interviews with Ed Boon.
A young Ed Boon. It's adorable.
Right. So I was really impressed. I was very obsessed with Mortal Kombat for maybe like 2 years. Like Mortal Kombat 1 going into Mortal Kombat 2, and I really fell off after Mortal Kombat 3. I thought they kind of, we got babalities, we got animalities, we got all, it's like, this is too much.
It's too far.
This is too much.
Yeah.
But I was extremely obsessed with Mortal Kombat for that stretch. And that's like the era that this is really like celebrating.
Set in, yeah.
And they even have, like, so for original Mortal Kombat, they're like, all right, we have the arcade version, we have the console version, we've got the handheld version, which are garbage. But just for the sake of completion, it's like, that's really nice that they have it.
Yeah.
And we bonded because I was like, I remember going to the arcade with my printed out game fac of how to do all of these moves. And they were like, oh, we have this new feature where like on the side, you can pin all of the moves.
Yeah.
So if it's like, oh, I don't remember how to do this fatality, it's like, well, it'll just be right there.
It's pretty nice.
And you can refer to it and just do it.
You didn't need it. Muscle memory kicked in.
I fatality'd the heck out of you a couple times.
Me? I wasn't even playing with you.
That was you.
Him.
No, that was you. You forgot?
Yeah.
You got amnesia after I ripped your head off?
I don't remember.
I see. This, on Switch 2, is not a game key card.
Aha!
Not. They made some, well, the bean counters didn't love that, but they made some comment about that. But if you're Digital Eclipse and this is your whole thing, you have to do it. You cannot but get a game key card.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You really can't do that, no.
You know what's also not on a game key card?
Yooka Replayee?
You were kind of flailing there for a moment.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yooka Replayee.
So they didn't tell us, this came out in the last couple of days. Yooka Replayee is not
physical.
A game, it is full
physical.
Physical.
Full physical on disc.
We played this. I never played the original ukulele.
Yeah.
I played the 2D one.
Yes.
Which I thought was quite good. But for whatever reason, I never played that. And that's kind of a bunch of ex-Rare people.
Right.
They made their own 3D platformer. They got a lot, they got David Wise. They got a lot of the big names who were connected with those N64 classics. So I don't have the point of reference for what the original game was like. It's not that old for them to be
it's only like 8 years old.
Remaking it like this. I did see actually the original is on sale on the Switch for like $3.
You should just get it.
No, because I want to get this, and it's like I'll just play this one. Because this looked pretty good.
It did look good.
This looked legit
nice.
good.
And this is one I think I can play.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not as brutal.
Right, because I think one of the reasons I didn't get it was people are like, it's all right. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's like, all right, I could probably sit this one out. But I was like, oh, this is pretty good based on what I was doing.
So you play as a little gecko kind of thing.
I think you're a chameleon.
A chameleon. Okay, sorry.
Because there's a point where you can turn invisible.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Can a gecko do that?
I don't know. Maybe. And you have a little bat friend.
Yes, who's on your back. Right, so it's got a Banjo-Kazooie situation.
Banjo-Kazooie situation,
right.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of things that you could do. There was jumps, there was spins. You could do things with your tongue. You could eat flies.
You could eat the butterflies, yeah.
Right, and it had this move where you could turn invisible.
There was a very interesting water area that you did that had some fun Donkey Kong style puzzles.
Right.
It was cool.
But the demo was you're just kind of in this first area, and it was all right, go do stuff.
Yeah.
And I was everywhere I went, I was oh, I'm doing this now. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's that? Let's do that thing over there.
There's a lot of little
it's very dense.
Yes, just like what you need Pokemon ZA to be.
Yes.
There's a lot of things to. I mean, it's very rare because we were joking. We were let's collect this and let's collect that and let's get this and let's get that. So
again, without that frame of reference, I don't know how much better or improved it is. But I was this seems pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So Yooka is the chameleon and Laylee is the bat.
I don't know. I don't know these details.
Oh, boy.
Did you play that 2D one?
I feel like I must.
I think you should get it.
I think I tried.
That one is often also on like deep discount.
Is it on deep? Oh, I haven't. That's okay. You gave me eShop bucks.
Virtual game card sharing.
Gave me lots of. Oh,
we've yet to do that, by the way.
Let's do it.
Why don't you want my virtual game cards?
I need to bring my Switch into the office, which I never carry on with me.
Oh, jeez.
Whoops. Whoops.
Okay, so Yooka Replayee gets a thumbs up.
Yes.
We parted ways when you had a meeting to go see Infinity Nikki.
I did.
And I went to go stand in a line.
For Pokemon.
So I actually haven't heard what you have to say about Infinity Nikki.
Yeah, I got to see the new update for Infinity Nikki, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh.
So they did a Stardew Valley crossover, which is pretty cool. And I haven't had a chance to actually dig into.
Is this out now?
I think it's out in September. So
okay.
Yeah. So it's not that far out, but.
What is a crossover entail?
It's in the look of the sprites and things like that.
So it looks like pixely?
Pixely, yeah.
Oh, really?
I think it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, that could be neat.
Kind of neat, right?
Okay.
And then what I saw was basically they're calling it their new home features, which basically is kind of in the vein of those types of games like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, where now you have this little island that's your very own that you have a little, Nikki has her own house. You can now do a bunch of planting and gardening.
They didn't have that before?
No.
Oh.
They did not have that before.
Interesting.
You can now build a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, that seems like that'll be popular.
Yeah. The cool thing, too, is because you need a lot of these resources that you used to just have to gather in the world to make the clothes.
Yeah.
Now you can just plant it.
Plant clothes?
Plant the resources you need for clothes.
Cotton?
Like cotton.
Oh.
Yeah, or but it's magical cotton.
Okay. Good.
Like stardust.
Yes.
Or whatever. But the planting is well done because, sometimes when you have a game that has this kind of farm sim element, it's very tedious. You're just one seed at a time.
Right.
It's going to grow. This one, you can basically mass plant it with your ability outfits. There's this purification ability that you already have when you've been playing the game. You can just use that to mass plant stuff and get your resources. And then the other cool thing that they showed off, which I thought it was a great, such a cool idea, is let's say you wanted to decorate your house with something that you saw in the town. You're oh, that bench is so cute.
Yeah.
I wish I had that on my island in my house. You could just take a picture of it and it'll make a little plan. It'll make it into a craftable plan.
Oh, that's a cool feature.
It's cool.
Oh, that's
nice. Very seamless. You just snap a picture of it, and it's
that.
I made this into a sketch. Now you can build it.
Yeah. Wow.
It's neat.
And you can do that with a lot of things?
It was a lot of stuff. We were in the little opening town.
I like that.
Flourish, and you could just go around and be that signpost, that bench. Oh,
Okay.
this thing from this little shop that I like. Because the world is beautifully made, and if you want to use elements of it to decorate your house, you could totally do that. Which I thought was cool. They also announced that this is good for me because I'm a PS5 player.
Yeah.
They have done a bunch of optimization for the PS5. I didn't think it was that bad, but there was a little bit of chugginess in some areas and a little bit of performance issues sometimes.
Okay.
It wasn't rough in a way where I'm oh my god, I'm playable.
Yeah.
But and I obviously played 300 hours of this game, so it was fine. But,
you have?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
I played it for
I didn't know that.
I played a lot. I played a lot still. Actually, even now. But now they've totally optimized it, I think, and they said that it's running smooth 60 frames per second on PS5.
What were you playing it on at Gamescom?
Crazy
That was a PC. That looked amazing. Before I left and I dropped you off there, I was whoa.
But that thing was going. I was in that that room, that private room with them. They were showing me the game, and I can hear the PC going but it looked so good.
It looked amazing, right? Yeah.
I know. It looked really good.
So, the Stardew Valley in Infinity, is there also a Infinity Nikki in Stardew Valley?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's a one-way. It's one way. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I'm excited, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a very cool crossover. Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing that we saw and checked out was with Atari and this whole line of retro gaming hardware that they're starting up again.
Yes.
And
we did see a little bit of this at SDCC as well.
Right. We saw it, but we didn't get kind of the full story. And so they now have these systems that are modeled after, I think it's the Atari 2600, which was that was my first gaming experience, was on an Atari 2600.
Your parents?
My parents had it. They had a bunch of games, and that was my first experience. And they're making new hardware. The one that they have now is Pac-Man themed, so it's this very nice like yellow color scheme. And then they're selling new versions of a lot of those classic games that look pretty much the same. Like there's a couple new things that they've added to just like make it a modern product, but it's also backwards compatible with old cartridges if you have those. And you know, we see those a lot when we go to like retro gaming stores, and like, you could build out a Atari collection, no problem. And then they were also saying, like, you know, we support a lot of these developers who are making like fan projects.
Yeah.
And he was pointing out like that's a very vibrant thing, and now you have, you know, a proper new device to play those on.
Right,
it's like, well, that sounds really good. And they had some new version of Pac-Man that they were talking about. And they even went so far like, oh, we found the person who did the artwork.
And they did like the cover art
for the original Pac-Man cartridge on Atari, and that person did a new version for this. So it's like they seem to be putting a lot of
effort,
care into this, which I appreciate. Sure. For me, a lot of those games are just they don't necessarily hold up super well.
Yeah.
They don't always...
Tough to like try to play it with that controller as well. It's more of a novelty, I think, for me, versus it being like, oh yeah, I'm really going to game with this thing.
But I think if you're in that generation and you remember that and you still have fond feelings for those, like there's still some games that I think are worth going back to.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see where they take this. So, actually, Atari had, they had Bubsy, they had Mortal Kombat because they now acquired Digital Eclipse. So it's like,
they're doing some stuff.
I'm gonna keep an eye on what old Atari's doing here.
Very displayable. This
it just looks
system
cool.
that they have.
Yeah.
It looks so nice. Again, I really like that Pac-Man theme, and then they have the controllers in the colors of the ghosts.
Right.
So it just looks cool. Like if you just wanted to display it,
right,
in part of your in-game room or something like that, like you could just do that.
They were explaining that they had to make a revision on the artwork because. They had Pac-Man on the console, and it was Pac-Man going towards a pellet and then towards some ghosts. And it was like,
but the ghosts were blue.
Well, he's gonna die.
They're not blue, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna die. It's not one of those pellets. It's just one of the normal pellets.
Yeah, and then Namco was like, you gotta fix that.
That's not how this game works.
Turn him around. Turn Pac-Man around.
That's hilarious.
That's the care that people put into it,
Wow, mega impressions. We're an hour and a half into this podcast now.
You were like, do you think it's going to be a short episode or a long episode?
I can't tell. This is going to be either very short or very long. It's going to be very long.
Keep going. Okay. All right.
Inspired by the discussion around Metroid Prime and whether people can or cannot play with the mouse controls properly at home.
Yeah.
We did this whole Patreon poll that bled into our Discord of people sharing details about their personal console gaming setups. That was so interesting. So let's get into some of these from our community. Here's what we got from Blackbird 907. Look at this. Wow.
The photos are the best.
The photos are great. So they said 2 setups for me. I have my TV set up with my Switch 1 and 2 and my Ally X when I want to use the big screen, and then my desk with my personal PC laptop, work laptop, and another Switch 2 dock for when I want to game here. I even have some 3D printed mouse grips shaped like Koopa shells for my Switch 2 dock. You should get this.
I see it in the photo. Wait, can you get those for me, Blackbird 907? Where'd you get those from? I think you should get these.
So I wanted to ask you, because you have a similar big old monitor to this. You have not considered hooking your Switch. I
have a dock in there.
Have you played it?
I do sometimes, but I mainly use it as the monitor. I'm not using the desk part of it. Like I did try with Dragon Drive.
But you've tried playing games on that big monitor.
Yeah. The big monitor is great.
And what was your experience?
So that's also my home, like where I work at home.
Yeah, it's your little workspace.
I don't really like to game there, is the thing. It's because like I usually want to stop working. and that's why I like to game in my living room. So I do have, my Switch hooked up there as well.
Right.
And the other consoles. My gaming PC is in that room, though, in the room with the big monitor where I usually work.
The gaming PC that you never use?
I never use it, no. I really don't ever really use it. Because I just don't want to sit at my desk.
Yeah, that is the great divide
honestly.
Often between console and PC players is the line that gets drawn between the desk and the couch.
I used to play tons of PC games. My first really like deep gaming experience after I stopped playing like the SNES and the GameCube was I played a bunch of Diablo.
Were you in a dorm?
Yes. That's why.
There's no space.
There's no space.
It's like this is what I have. Is I have this desk. If I'm doing anything, it's here. Yeah.
That's where I was playing World of Warcraft as well.
Right.
I was in a dorm.
Yeah.
So that's where nowadays I'm old. I need to sit on a couch. You know, I need to relax after working.
Couch is nice.
I really like to game on my couch.
Couch is very nice.
But I can see the appeal of the two setups here. I like it a lot. I do like it a lot, and I'm interested in these Koopa Shell Joy-Con mouse.
I think you should look into these. I think this could be good for you.
Okay.
Mr. Andy Pong says, I've always been a handheld gamer since I grew up with the Game Boy and then the Advance, DS, and so forth. So for me, I really only play with anything that's in front of my face and not at a distance.
Yeah.
So I never play in a TV setup. I kind of think of it like reading a book. I wouldn't want to read a book on the TV. That's so interesting. But I do have a PS5 and a Switch 2 on a desk setup with a monitor for those bigger games, and I keep the screen fairly close to my face, but I much prefer handheld and comfortable spot to sit. However, I do have one unique setup. I upgraded my desk setup to a standing desk, and it works very well with one game, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So I can raise the desk and stand in front of my monitor at eye level and throw the Pokeball Plus controller to catch Pokemon. I don't know if that's sad or genius. You guys can decide.
I actually love everything Mr. Andy Pond said in this comment. All of it speaks to me. Like, I'm totally with him on the idea of this, like, gaming is almost like reading.
I really love this comparison.
That's like, I've never thought of it that way, and I totally agree. Like, the idea of, like, getting cozy on the couch, or I have, like, this big fluffy chair that I sit in, and then, like, having a Switch handheld, or a Portal handheld, or a book handheld. Like, it's all the same. Like, usually, if you catch me on, like, a relaxing Sunday afternoon, I literally have, like, a coffee table next to me with, like, a Switch, a PS Portal, and a book, like, piled on top. And I'm just, like, switching between the three things in my comfy chair.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with this. I love this, and this is why I like handheld gaming as well.
I also hadn't thought of it that way. I love this explanation.
Yeah.
Here's a Discord submission from MadDog5981. Here's mine. Needs even more Wario merch. I can see a Wario hat. I see a bunch of Lego stuff. I see some. I got some NSO controllers here.
Good art on
There's
the
There's
walls,
a lot to see here. Yeah, this is a very good gaming space here.
Oh, and a yellow guitar. I want to know more about that.
Is there a big W that we can't
Or like
see?
a mustache. That would be cool.
Hi has a submission. I live with my parents and my current setup is at my desk with a monitor. Growing up, the console gaming setup was at the TV for the whole family to enjoy, but now, as I remain the only one still interested in gaming, it's just easier to have it hooked up to my personal space so I don't get disturbed or disturb anyone while I play mainly single-player games or online multiplayer. Once in a blue moon, I bring the setup to the TV for a rare multiplayer session with my older sister, but I immediately pack it up after we're done. It doesn't help that we don't use the TV much in general, since the adoption of YouTube and streaming sites accessible on laptops or smartphones these days. I like the idea of couch play for comfortability, as I've never been a fan of PC gaming because of having to sit at a desk. I mostly play Switch 2 though, so I can easily play comfortably in bed using handheld mode, and having my setup at my desk reduces travel time. I've tried the Switch 2's mouse controls with Mario Paint, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Dragon Drive, and suffice to say, I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I get it.
Have you seen anything about, like, are TV sales declining at all?
I was wondering about that, because I don't have a TV either. And I haven't had one.
Because you would think that would be linked into all of these other trends of the way that people are consuming things, especially since it's so, like, device driven.
Well, now it's like smart TVs, right? A lot of TVs have it built in.
Right. But I can imagine there's a lot of people who are also like, well, I have an iPad, or I'll just do this on my laptop.
Yeah.
Like, why would I need this big, bulky, expensive thing in my house.
And it's kind of ugly, too.
Right. If I'm not using it, it's just this
big black thing.
Big thing.
Yeah.
That's a comment somebody can leave if they have the info on that.
Let us know if you have the info on TV
Because I haven't really heard that as part of these stories that you see.
I don't know. That's a really good point.
And finally, Gartu's pulling a gag on all of us with this one. What else could you need? Do you recognize this?
I do recognize.
What is this from?
What meme is this from?
This is a great NeoGAF. Actually, it might just be a GAF meme.
Yeah.
Going way back, because again, it's very GameCube oriented. You can see "Rare Sucks" written on the wall. Those traitors. The portrait of Iwata.
Iwata-san. Yes.
The 2 jugs of water. What else could you need?
Is that a pizza roll? Or like a Stouffer's?
Stouffer's lasagna?
Stouffer's lasagna? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There it is. What else could you need?
The towel on the floor. Oh man. This is terrible.
Dungeon living. Yes. It's the hot new thing.
Wow.
We are not moving on to the games we're playing because we just talked about 15 games we played.
Yes.
We're not doing that.
We're playing other games, but nothing that you need to concern yourself with.
We are moving on to the news. Silk Song.
Silk Song, out of the meme zone.
It's real, it's happening, it's coming out September 4th.
That's like in a few days.
That's extremely soon. It's been a long wait. There was a great article that Jason Schreier had where he spoke with the developers of like, well, why did this take so long?
What happened?
And they had a lot of just very like honest, reasonable explanations where it was like, we were making plenty of money off of the ongoing sales of original Hollow Knight. So it was not like we felt any pressure to rush it out. And they were also just saying like we were having a lot of fun doing it. So we kind of like didn't want it to end because it was like this was just a great fun thing that we were doing.
Oh, that's sweet. That's
very heartwarming. And then, one of the artists was like, I could have just gone on forever, but we kind of reached a point where it's like, okay, we do eventually need to release this and wrap this up, but otherwise, like we could have just kept going, and I could have just kept making art, and we could have just done this forever.
Oh my
I
gosh.
do really commend them for not their superpower, in addition to making a great game, seems to be not feeling external pressures.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they said, like, in 2022, Xbox did reveal, like, it's going to be coming out this year. And they were like, we fully had a plan to release it in 2022. And then one thing led to another, and then it became 2025.
There was no... For them, I guess it's really nice that they just, like, kind of went with their gut and what was best for them and what they thought was best for the game versus, like, the unhinged... crazed fans,
right? Because I think there was a lot of people like, "Oh my God, we people are freaking out. We've got to do this. We got to wrap this up.
Exactly.
Let's get this thing out." So, they do seem to really operate in this very unique space where, it sounds like they're not really doing any sort of review program for the game. It's just going to come out.
It's going to come out.
I as of today, I still don't believe the game has a price.
Yeah, we were just wondering about that.
Thing.
How much do you think it's going to cost?
I don't know. I've gone back the last couple nights, and I did go back to Hollow Knight.
Yes.
And my point of view remains on it. Saying like it seems like it's a great game. It just didn't really click with me for whatever reason. So I'll probably get this just to see what the deal is.
I downloaded Hollow Knight as well because I had played it like halfway. I never finished it.
I'm just not a mega fan like so many people are.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't like everything.
I forget who shared this. There was a little factoid that was really getting people worked up. That was like the first Hollow Knight sold millions and millions of copies, and they're like, well, if Silk Song sells some percentage of original Hollow Knight, it will have outsold both the Metroid series life to date and the Castlevania series. It will have surpassed the entire Metroidvania genre originators.
Yes. And people freaked out.
Yes.
People absolutely freaked out.
On one hand, Konami has opted to not make Castlevania games anymore, so it's hard to sell a game when you're not making it. And Nintendo's been very inconsistent making and releasing Metroid games, and that leaves the door open for other games to come in and seize that.
Exactly. There's going to be people that are fans of that genre that are going to be buying games in that genre, and that's what happened with Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I think in a lot of ways that's actually like kind of a good thing. It's like, all right, there's this demand and interest that is being satiated by a game that is making people very happy. So if those two companies don't want to do that anymore, it's not like it's not like this is poof gone.
At least you have another option.
Right.
You know?
Right. So
this is cute.
Nintendo. We talked a few weeks ago about this new My Mario initiative that Nintendo was doing, which was previously a Japan-only thing. They are now doing these cute little animated shorts, which are like a minute or two long, and they've got this. What is this? What is this Mario made of?
This Mario is made out of like cloth, right? It's like felted Mario.
It's like a stop-motion puppet kind of situation.
It's very cute.
But it's very cute, and they have announced, Nintendo of America has announced that some of these products are now coming to the U.S. in 2026. Oh boy,
time to punch a baby for an amiibo.
I'm getting these wooden amiibos.
You better get punched.
One way or another. But it is interesting. They were posting these. They do have localized versions of these, which are posted on that
Play Nintendo.
Excuse me,
sorry,
the Play Nintendo YouTube channel, which is the kids only YouTube channel that Nintendo operates, and that channel is growing very steadily. They're getting up to 800, 900,000 subscribers, which is really really great based off where they were a couple years ago when we were leaving. So. We put out that question a while back of like, well, what are they doing to engage younger audiences and make sure that they know about Nintendo and Mario and all of that? And this is clearly a big global initiative as part of that. This is not the silver bullet. This does not solve that problem, but it is something.
It's something better than nothing.
Yes.
I do wonder who is actually consuming this stuff, though. Like, that's the always the question is like, we talked about this a little bit as well, is like, yeah, you made a lot of things that were intended for kids, but it's really just your core 40-year-old Nintendo fan that's buying the wooden amiibo.
Well, I can say a little bit about that. So there is an interesting... So there's YouTube, and then there's YouTube Kids. And there is a unique and very interesting way that content gets filtered from YouTube into YouTube Kids, and once it's flagged as a YouTube Kids piece of content, it can exist on that standalone app that I think a lot of parents like. Well, I don't want you looking at YouTube, but here you go, you can look at this. Okay. And there is some content that Nintendo has that just gets bonkers views because it's in YouTube Kids and just gets all of these repeat views over and over.
They're like the children are repeat watching it.
The best example of that, do you remember those Pikmin short films that were released?
Yes.
Check, to the good people watching this too, check how many views those have. Like, it's in the 50 million plus view. It's like of everything that Nintendo of America posts on any of those channels, that is the stuff that has the most views.
Because it's gotten to the algorithm for YouTube Kids.
Exactly. So that is the eventual destination for this.
Yeah.
And that will truly reach a kid's audience.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are really cute, though. They're really well made.
Yeah, I like these a lot. As part of Opening Night Live, we did get a little bit of news about, finally, an Xbox game coming to the Switch 2, and it's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
It is, yes, but unfortunately it's not coming until 2026.
Yeah.
That was a bummer.
Thoughts on that?
I'm excited. I didn't get to finish this game.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so if it's coming to Switch 2, I'll pick it up there and then hopefully play the rest of it on a Switch 2.
Why is it next year?
I think they didn't have a dev kit.
Yeah, we had suggested that Nintendo may have been wary of giving Microsoft these dev kits because it's like, well,
there's still the competition.
In some way, you're kind of a partner, but you're also a competitor. So
turn around and stab us in the back.
It's feeling more and more like that was the scenario where yes, we would love to have this Xbox content, but you're not getting started on it until this thing is out. Because we don't want you reverse engineering a Switch 2 based off of our dev kit or something like that. So
honestly,
these would be great games to add to the library in the short term, but it sounds like more of a long-term thing. There is also a comment. Who was this from? Is this from Nate the Hate? Yes, Nate the Hate also was suggesting that Starfield is coming in 2026.
Oh. How?
I would say that's not a game that people should be rushing to play, but that's just me.
How can they bring that game to Switch 2, and they can't bring Elden Ring to Switch 2 in a
we haven't seen this Starfield yet.
Performs.
Bethesda jank is back?
That's
on a Switch 2?
I don't know. It's not real, so we don't know.
Yes.
It's not real.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. More news.
Last news story. Sony has raised the price of the PS5. Ouch.
Ouch.
So here are the new prices. Everything is up by $50. Mm-hmm. A base PS5 is $550. PS5 Digital, which is what you have, is $500. PlayStation 5 Pro is a whopping $750.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
That's expensive.
That's a lot.
Oof.
So they had this statement. Similar to many global businesses, not just us, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment. As a result, we've made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price for PlayStation 5 consoles in the US starting on August 21st. So this is already
in effect. Yes.
And this does not impact accessories and will not, as of now, impact other markets.
Good thing I got mine when I did.
So now every platform holder has raised prices in one way or another. Xbox was first.
Yep.
Then Nintendo did it with Switch 1 and other accessories.
And Amiibo and accessories, yep.
And now Sony has done it. Should say, they did raise the price in a lot of other markets. This is actually we're actually one of the last markets to get this.
Yeah.
But I guess they just couldn't hold out any longer.
Yeah, they had to.
And this is just kind of a sad reality.
I'm sure their margins are razor thin
of things
on this stuff anyway.
Begs the question, will the Switch 2 get a price hike at some point?
I still think you're right. I think that they're going to tooth and nail fight to not do that. You cannot do that.
No.
Less than a year since the thing came out. You need to get people bored. People need to buy this thing still.
Yeah.
You need to build the audience still. Even if you take a major loss, they have money in the bank.
Yeah, they
just eat it.
Exactly. What is your goal? Is it making,
a buck now?
The maximum amount of money on a piece of Switch 2 hardware, or are you getting the thing in the people's house so they can get in that ecosystem and start buying games?
Once you get them to buy 4 games, you've already kind of recouped it a little bit.
I mean, it's like what else? What other periphery things could they raise prices on?
Yeah, exactly.
To offset.
Yeah, they could keep raising prices on controllers.
Well, at some point, people aren't going to buy it, so you're not getting the money.
Yeah,
the
digital subscriptions definitely can go up. NSO can go up. I think that's a ripe one.
That's another one though, where they really do want people to sign up for that. That's a major initiative for them. At some point, you run out of things.
You do run out of things.
And you might have to think about it.
But you're still making money because you're a Nintendo, so you're going to be all right. You're just going to have to eat it on some things and make money on other things.
Did you see, I don't know if this is still running, but a lot of those Switch 2 launch amiibo that were so expensive were on a pretty...
They're on a discount now.
Slashed prices.
Yeah.
Did you get any of those?
No.
It was the Street Fighter ones and those Zelda ones, those new Zelda ones. I still haven't picked up any of those yet.
Yeah.
I wish for the Street Fighter ones it was more classic Street Fighter. Right. Some of those newer characters that I'm like,
You're not as attached to them.
If you're going to do it with these swimsuit outfits, at least.
You'll pay double for those.
Jeez.
Where's my Peach Mario Kart amiibo?
Oh, Hot Pants?
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Daisy?
Yeah.
Caked up Daisy? Swimsuit? Give me that.
Oh my god, the Bodhi discussions this year are going to be...
It's going to be unhinged.
We're going to need to assemble...
We're going to need to dedicate a full...
a full episode.
A full episode to Bodhi. And we might have to.
Bodhi deliberations.
Maybe it can be a Bodhi pre-show leading up to RTGA.
The year is stacked, no pun intended.
It is so stacked.
Oh my god.
It's caked up this year, 2025.
I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait.
Great.
Let's move on to questions from our community. We get every question from our Patreon community. Check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta. Start with a question from Baby Chris. With so many games announced at Gamescom, it feels like most of what we're seeing are CGI trailers instead of real gameplay. Back in the 90s and 2000s, those cinematic cutscenes used to blow us away, but these days I'd much rather see actual gameplay. Do you think audiences are moving past CG-heavy trailers and would be more excited by developers showing real gameplay of what they're building? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
We've been saying this for years, that we're so over a CG trailer.
Yeah.
I'm so much more interested in seeing raw gameplay more than anything else, because nowadays I feel like it's a ripe time for someone to trick me. Like, someone is going to AI trick me. And it's going to be like,
oh no,
I've been bamboozled by AI and now I don't know what I'm seeing. This is actually all fake. I hate that feeling. So I would much rather see.
So you're even more distrustful than you were.
I'm so distrustful.
Okay.
Even with like Nintendo Directs nowadays, I'm like, no, they're just picking out, of course they are. They're just picking out like the best 1 second in this game and showing that to me. But what about the rest of the game? Like what can I actually expect? I feel like less and less nowadays I actually know what a game is going to deliver when I go into it. Even if I watched every single trailer and every single whatever, I always feel like that's not kind of what I expected, but okay.
Yeah, I just don't know what the point of a CG trailer is.
Yeah.
I don't know what you expect the viewer to take away from it.
Yeah.
Unless you are expecting to have a very long, protracted marketing cycle. And it's like, we just want to give you like a tone piece up front.
Right.
To kind of get you started, and then we have a lot more to show from there. But that's not really the best way to do things these days. Like we're seeing more people go with these like tighter cycles. So I just don't know what the point is. And I think the audience is savvy enough to know the difference. And it's just like, all right, well, let me know when you have an actual game to show.
Yeah, I think in this day and age, especially because people are so distrustful. Authenticity and just showing something as it is in the truest, realest way possible is actually what people crave, you know? So hopefully we see more of that. And even trailers, the way that you know, I think a lot of people put together a game trailer is like, I need you to not like give me like bits and pieces of things. Just give me the straight up, what should I expect when I pick up that controller? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Handheld Gamer is next. Enough time has passed, and I was curious to hear both your thoughts on the Switch 2 eShop now that it's settled a bit. Personally, I find myself doom-scrolling the Coming Soon tab all the time due to it just running better, and I'm checking it way more frequently than before. Because of that, I feel like I'm becoming more in tune to games releasing on it big and small. I also like the added feature of seeing how many games on your wish list are on sale. What are your thoughts?
I do like that it's faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really go on it that much.
Why not?
Only when I know like a game that I want to play. But then I do like those sales. Like whenever there's a sale, I'll always look to see what's on sale. But I'm still not in it like too much. But whenever I'm in it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like much better. It functions a lot better than the Switch eShop. So
it's definitely faster, which is much appreciated. Something we've noticed, because we've been doing a couple videos here and there, like calling out good games from sales. There's just not a really clean way to isolate, like, okay, here's everything that is a part of this sale without just having to scroll through a lot of stuff that doesn't seem related with it.
Right.
And then, so that's on device. And then when you go to the web version of the eShop, which is also pretty nice, it's a whole completely different jumble of presentation. So it's like, why can't this just be very clearly displayed? Because I think these sales are driving a lot of traffic and a lot of interest. It seems like you should be able to just here it is.
Yeah.
Here is the parameter of the sale. Check it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be really nice because they seem to do these very often.
Yeah.
Like there's always something that is some kind of sale. I was actually been pretty surprised because even like within the span of a few months, we've gotten some great games that have been either on sale or have been discounted as part of like a big like, you know, the indie showcase happened and a bunch of games went on sale because of that. So yeah, if they had a better way of organizing it, that would be nice. But otherwise, I think the eShop is holding up really well. And yeah, whenever I go to it, I don't dread it anymore going to the eShop. So that's kind of nice.
I never use the wish list on the Switch one. I use it a lot now. I like the on sale thing. Although I do find there's a lot of things that I had on there that go on sale.
Did you not get notified?
And then I don't buy it. And I'm like, why don't I have this on my wish list? This is what I've been waiting for. I must not want it. I should take it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why did you put it on the wish list?
I don't know. I can't say I've been super using. What is that feature where it'll give you like recommend like
yeah.
game? It's like very similar to the Steam one.
I don't use it.
I find a lot of those recommendations are pretty vanilla. Like it's stuff I already knew about.
If they continue to recommend me Princess Peach Showtime, I'm gonna delete that feature.
They're looking at your demographics. You're gonna love this.
They really want me to buy Princess Peach Showtime.
You better just do it.
I don't want to.
Right now, it's less of an issue because there's not that many original Switch 2 games coming out. But when you're just scrolling the main feed of games, that like understanding what is a Switch 1 game versus a Switch 2 game,
it's a little confusing.
I think that's something for them to think about as things progress.
Yeah, once they build out the Switch 2 exclusive library.
Because right now, the majority of these are just Switch 1 games.
Yeah.
And hopefully, one day, more Switch 2 games will be made.
Oh, no.
And they're going to have the opposite problem of, they might want to kind of downplay.
That's a problem they won't have for a little bit. Yeah, that library needs time to
They're not there yet. So for now, it's probably for the best that people don't know.
Yeah.
That these aren't Switch 2 games.
Right. Now it's like
it's just a game.
They kind of want to mask it a little bit. They just play it on this.
Right.
Play whatever.
Exactly.
Don't differentiate.
Right. Kilo Kibo has a follow-up on your Stardew Valley updates. Stardew Valley creator Concerned Ape had to clarify to Infinity Nikki fans that he never got paid for any collaboration, nor expected it, and did it for his appreciation of the collab partner. Is this normal in the industry and or within Nintendo collaborations as well?
I think it's very by collaboration. I think in this case, there must have been some value that Concerned Ape saw in Infinity Nikki and the way.
Sounds like he's just a fan.
He's a fan, and also maybe he really wanted to have an in with the Infinity Nikki audience because he maybe he sees a crossover with the Stardew Valley audience, or maybe he thought, oh, I can get more people to know about Stardew Valley. I see the value there. By putting putting Stardew Valley in Infinity Nikki. So I think in this case, it's more so like there were so many non-monetary benefits that it made it a good partnership, and that certainly can happen. With partnerships.
I would say that's the majority of them. Honestly, is like reaching a different audience and exposing them to your thing that you hadn't before. Like there were some big ones like that. So the Pac-Man in Sonic, all the stuff, frankly, that's happening in Sonic.
Yeah.
And they were even doing some other promotional things around it. So we have, Sonic Racing. They did a trailer. It's like, all right, Sonic Racing coming out now. And then Pac-Man World 2, whatever, that's coming out too. That's a Bandai Namco game. But at the end of Sega's trailer,
they had both things shown.
So there's a lot of things that you can build into an agreement that are not money exchanging hands, but it's like, all right, we're helping you do that. And then they also had the Final Fantasy Monster Hunter collaboration.
Yeah,
that's another
absolutely.
one where it just seemed like Final Fantasy, Square is just desperate to grow the audience of Final Fantasy right now.
They're looking for another brand that's like, okay, this is a similar audience. Maybe they'll be interested in Final Fantasy. Our IP makes sense in there.
Yeah, like the Venn diagram of these two franchises makes sense.
There's a crossover somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's so many non-monetary benefits that go into these negotiations.
Yeah. It's so funny because we were joking, it felt like some of these companies we don't know, you try and make it popular.
Yeah, exactly.
We give up. You do this Pac-Man stuff.
Yeah, you do it then if you're so smart. It's like Mario Maker. Make it yourself then if you're so smart.
An example of a collaboration where money maybe did change hands, and I don't know, this is just my own guess, Mario Kart 8 Mercedes.
Mercedes gave Nintendo
that may
money.
have been some money changing hands.
I think they got paid out. Everyone got a Mercedes.
Yeah. But you can usually smell those out because it's like
it doesn't quite
there's
make sense.
Something a little off about this. There's something that's not completely meshing.
Doesn't quite make
versus
sense.
we put Pac-Man in this racing game. Yeah. Okay.
Or this is a party brawler that has a bunch of fighters in it.
Right. Exactly.
It's we want to make sure that our character stays
Sakurai
relevant.
is not just whoever wants to write me a blank check, I'll put your guy in Smash.
That's a really good example of how it's literally not how it works. Yeah, he's I'm a fan.
Hand picking.
I'm gonna hand pick it, and then on the other side, the person that with the IP is like, oh my god, I would be so honored to be in a Smash game. So I'm not gonna say you want my character in a game, Sakurai? You better pay me some money. I don't think that's happening. So, yeah.
Phantom Cookie asks, with recent discussions around Nintendo's relationship with the kid audience, especially in relation with cheap or free-to-play forever games like Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox, if Nintendo themselves were to make a similar kind of game, what would you expect this game to look like? What would you want this game to look like?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can see Nintendo making like some kind of sandboxy type of build game. Is this the next Animal Crossing game?
Well,
is this going to become the next Animal Crossing game?
When we did that video, which was a few weeks ago at this point, a lot of people did chime in to say, hey, I'm in that NSO playtest. It's a lot like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was actually, we're not in that.
No.
So that was very interesting to hear people suggest that maybe Nintendo is trying to do its own take on
it's
on
a lot
something
like what? Like Roblox? Or like Minecraft?
It's a very build-oriented game.
Yeah.
Right. Again, people actually aren't supposed to say what the details of that are, so I think they're being a little bit loose on the specifics. But again, they're like, it's like those.
There you go. So it needs to be some kind of like open world, like, sandbox type game where you can make it's basically like tools for you to make your own game inside this environment that they create, right? That's what it is. But
here's what they have to do. If this is truly a play to get the kid audience, they have to do this, and will they do it? Will they swallow their pride and do it? You have to also release a version on mobile.
Yeah, they have to do it on mobile.
Because, again, who's shelling out $500, maybe $600 in a year to buy a Switch 2 to play some game that's equivalent to what your kid can play on an iPad for free today?
Yeah, they would have to do that. And it has to be free.
Why not? Why not do it? Like, okay, the free version is on the iPad, but if you get it on the Switch 2, we got all these bells. Oh, we got Nintendo characters in it now. There's all these other reasons to make that like.
Oh, there's no Nintendo characters in the mobile version?
And then you charge like $20. You can only get them. They're like Fortnite skins. You can only get them on the Switch 2 version.
Oh, boy.
Don't be cheap Charlie here. Buy a Switch 2. You know? Or whatever. Some other equivalent of that. And that version costs like $20.
Yeah, that's interesting, though.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they
that
might...
That has to happen.
Or like the mobile microtransactions.
Oh, there's going to be microtransactions at the wazoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually free. No.
Yeah.
But don't you agree that has
100% has to.
It's like not
That's where the audience is.
It's non-negotiable unless you work at Nintendo. In which case it is.
You're going to talk yourself out of it. You're going to talk yourself out of it.
We don't need to do that.
No. And then you'll just get like the normies.
Those kids are going to work. They're going to deliver these. Newspapers? Wait, they don't do those either? Uh-oh. How do the kids make money?
They're slinging Fortnite skins.
There we go. Yes.
In a virtual world.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
Last question is from Spacey Poo. How many reaction images do you have stored away for your thumbnails? Do you just make them in batches or just do a few every so often?
We actually are in we need to make some more
One of your important jobs is the holder of the thumbnail faces.
Yes.
How do you do it?
Well, we did do like a big batch of these like pretty early on, so I've just been using those. But I do think that we need to remake some of these. I don't know. I think it'll be fun to just take like 20 minutes one day and just like...
My hair is very different now.
Your hair is different.
Yes.
And just like you can just stand in front of a green screen and make faces and we'll just take some photos. And we'll just have a collection.
Do we need new faces or just updated versions of those faces?
I think I just go through a bunch of emotions.
I think we should get new faces.
Happy. Do right now. Happy. Sad. Concerned. Worried. Mad. I'm thinking. I'm laughing. I'm crying. That's pretty good.
My favorite of those is, so there's one where you're wearing glasses.
The glasses,
and
the glasses.
you told me you put this in some, every now and then we'll do like, we're analyzing the financial results. You'll put that on the thumbnail because it makes you look brainy.
I'm smart.
But then you also said that we get comments of like, I came here for Krysta and glasses.
And I got clickbaited. I was trolled.
There's no glasses to be seen. That's amazing.
Glasses. I'm sorry I clickbaited.
So you have glasses and you're like holding a pen or something.
Yeah, I have a pen.
Like Professor Krysta's here.
Very smart. I'm going to analyze these financials. There was a couple of videos like financials. There was one of tariffs. I was like, I gotta put the glasses on. I think I was wearing glasses then.
I mean, your IQ like doubles when you put those glasses on, right?
Yes. I'm like holding a dictionary. No, just kidding. Yeah, but we probably should redo those thumbnail photos.
Some people hate those, but I think they're funny. I just think they're funny.
This is all supposed to be kind of fun,
this is
guys.
all fun, yes.
I hope that we're having fun still.
None of this is
video games,
deathly
guys.
serious.
It's gonna be fine.
No.
We don't need to get mad. It's fun.
I mean, we didn't talk about all the times we got mad at each other in Germany, but nobody needs to hear about that.
We didn't get mad at each other in Germany.
At each other's throats!
You wanted to push me off that
climbing up the dead weight, climbing up a cathedral here.
On the way down, you're like...
Yeah, I said, I'll see you at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll see you at the bottom. See you, bye.
See you down there.
And then you just like left. I was like, bye. And I slowly walked down the stairs, and then later you were like sitting in the little like lobby
just
area,
waiting,
and I was like, hi. And then we had dinner with one of our ex-Nintendo friends as well, who's now at Valve. And I told him that story. I was trying to get sympathy. I was like, did you see? Let me tell you what Kit did to me today. We went to the cathedral, and he left me at the top and was like, I'll see you on the way down. He was like, you know what? I would have done the same.
That was the right call.
I was like, what the heck?
That was the right call.
I was really disappointed in the reaction from both of you.
Sorry.
Couldn't believe it.
Wow. Be sure to check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta, where for just a few dollars a month, you get so much.
Oh my gosh, so much.
You can get access to our bonus Q&As, our spoiler cast, where I think by next week we might reveal the September spoiler cast, maybe. Ooh. We're thinking about it.
Yes, we have some options.
Get early access to this here podcast. And when you subscribe, you don't pick like, oh, I want this, I want this. You just get it all.
You get all of it.
You get all of these things.
And the library of all the things that...
The archive.
The archive.
Wow.
Somebody said in a comment, was like, why don't you guys play more gameplay videos? Guess what? There are
those are there too.
3 gameplay videos a month that we do on Patreon,
Those are there
including
too.
the one of me beating the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree DLC final boss.
That's right.
If you questioned me...
Not on a Switch
If
too.
you questioned me on my Elden Ring skill set, it's on camera. Oh. You can see me do it. It's pretty cool.
It's a flex.
It's a real flex. I'm very proud of myself. I spent a lot of time, okay, trying to do this.
You really did.
And I really
to do it once.
Oh, I felt so good though. And my character is cool, you know? She's good.
Final boss, 10,000, Krysta won, but it was the one that mattered.
Hey! That one got on camera. I don't care. All right, we're on the socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. If you're listening on audio, we're there too. You can also subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, and leave a written review, if you please.
All right, let's shout out some wonderful Patreon family members, including and starting with our final boss, I can finally point to him again after being away.
Thank goodness.
I did not carry a pocket-sized
When are you going to do that?
I'm going to start doing
Better
that
get around to
immediately. Superstars, Ben Eichhorn,
Mara Mayhem,
Eigenverse,
Kiss My Flapjack,
Mike Chin,
Roy Eschke,
Switching It Up _
VGM Life,
Link, the Hero of Winds,
Angela Bycroft,
Thomas O'Rourke,
Cal LaBeouf,
Roberto Nieves,
Frederick Wolf Conradson,
Andrew Uhas,
Chili,
Simon,
Krashuri,
Master Discord,
Ash,
Ajay Kunles,
40 Gig,
Travis Torline,
Echo Ladare,
That's So Linnell,
MSM Poke Gamer,
Cameron,
R. Burns,
Igami,
Kit 10K,
Adrian,
and Nathan Clover.
Hooray! Here we go with the One Up Club. Aaron Burgundy.
Adcool 2000.
And Eileen Evely.
Aldo.
Ali Alejandro.
Alejandro Orozco Borrego.
Andy Robinson.
Angela.
Aristru.
Astral Void.
Astro Dev.
Awesome 46.
Bino.
Bad Moon Horizon.
Barnstorm.
Bates.
Berserker.
Big and Gamer with a Y.
Biscuit.
Bob Clayton.
Brandon Kvapel.
Brent Dennison.
Brian Decker.
Brovak Novak.
Bruce Dash.
Bucky Flores.
Callsign Forte.
Cashew.
Chadir.
Shelly Squirrel.
Chicken.
Chris Fisher.
Crispy Saurus.
Christina.
Christopher Lay.
Chunky Conga.
Colleen Finnegan.
Cosmic Titan 718.
Captain Alex.
C. Roper 17.
Cynical Squid.
Dog Delia.
Dallas E.
Daniel S.
Dachshund.
Devi P.
Doinko.
Dre.
Dude Dad Life.
Eccentric Tony.
Elite Peach.
Espars 50.
Furbound.
Fernie and Just Forever.
Fox Deploy.
Gamer Likes Anime.
Gamer Nerd 78.
Garth the Wolf.
Gartooth.
Jeremy.
Jinwolf.
Guilty Phoenix 42.
Handheld Gamer.
I May Have Made a Mistake.
Arabelle.
Iris Marin.
It's your boy J-Hov.
Jay Rando.
Jameson Eisenberg.
James.
Jason Ball 34.
Joe Encarnacion.
Jonathan Rowe.
John Conboy.
Jordan Hemmerly.
Joseph Gunter.
Joshua Clements.
Juji Fruit.
Justin Lemminger.
Jay Wolf.
Kalon CPU 57.
Kawa 2796.
Kevin Delane.
Kevin Moreno.
Kilo Kibo.
Kyle Gamerberry Rookie.
Kyle 325.
Kyle Kretzer.
Kyle R. Smith.
Lazy Cat for Coffee.
Leah Rao.
Lex.
Links 9898.
Linko.
Litton.
Luigi Kid 64.
Luke Hayabusa. What?
The thing's not done.
Oh, Luke Hayabusa Kramer.
Luna V.
Lynn.
Macho Potato.
Mad Dog 5981.
Magnificent Easy G and Callie Marie.
Mario Man 392.
Marky Man 64.
Mateus Smith.
Maverick Nate.
Megan.
May plus Leon.
Michael Mazer.
Michael O'Hara.
Michael Wong.
Mikey.
Mr. Rhino 7.
Motomania.
Mr. Andy Pong.
Mr. Beans and Dip.
Mr. Bendu 101.
Mytran.
Nasir.
Niaf E.
Nigbia Reeves.
Ninbendo 64.
Ninja 11.
Noah-san.
Oliver Wint.
Omega Index Card.
Payangi.
Paperboat.
Patrice Millette.
Paul.
Paul Gill Network.
Pepsi Pepe.
Pokedigifan 20.
Prime Factor.
Prince Charmless.
Punky.
Rain Tech.
Reckless Thomas.
Rob M.
Rob O.
Robbie DLC.
Romsky 113.
Rocks.
Ryan Haas.
Ryanetta.
Sage Gamer.
Sanuki Tanuki.
Sebastiano Garase.
Sega.
Sharif Jackson.
Shinryu.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Slowbro.
Schmiggles.
Shump.
Schnazzle.
Spacey Poo.
Spicy Munchkin.
Star Fox Melancholy.
Steel Citron.
Steven Johnson.
Stephen Rockoff.
Stuart Bradley.
Pseudo Priest.
Super Nerdy Human.
Symbiote Spidey.
Tales of Link.
Tamer rhymes with hammer.
Tandem.
Tay 120 and 64.
Teal Fox 64.
The Keggers.
The Quiet Ones.
Sero T.
The Shark Among Men.
The T-Man.
Thomas Alvarez.
Three Rivers.
Titanium Soldier.
Torcheeks.
Totally Joette.
Totemaru.
Trijowie.
Trevor Collins.
Tugs Puppy Bear.
Tuskoob.
Thailander 17.
17?
16.
The number's right there. Tyler Geis.
Victor MK.
Pinch Victor.
Benny to the K.
Viridian.
Virtual Bot.
Waffles.
WG Grizzy.
Wicked Davy.
William Breimer.
Zachary S.
Zalgarov.
Zapatty.
Zero Ling.
And Zroyd. Misreading numbers now? That's a new one.
I saw 17. Why did it come out at 17? Maybe I want him to be Thailander 17.
Well, we're well past the 2 hour mark, so we'll chalk it up to that.
Thailander 2 hours and 17.
We're going to chalk it up to that.
Wow, what an episode. We played so many games at GameCom. We didn't eat or sleep or drink, but we played games until
Sounds
our
like you drank
fingers were raw.
Whoa!
Just kidding. No, it was great. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Look at that. Now I feel like I'm very informed, you know?
Yeah.
At least from the 15 minutes of each thing that I played.
You know a lot.
At least I played some of it. Anyhow, time to go because it's past the 2 hour mark.
Sure is.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.